All right, welcome everyone to the Tons of Mice after party, and we got a full house, and there's still other people that have asked for links that haven't shown up quite yet. So we'll rotate people in and out as time goes on. So far with us, of course, we got the guest of honor, Tons of Mice, with us. We have the amazing.
Woo!
Was it overrated atheist? Is that what it is?
Overrated.
Oh God!
Overstock.
Sorry, I'm sorry. The overappreciated it, is that what is over?
Well, yeah. So when I first
Over analytical
atheist. When I first met OA, my OA to me meant Overeaters Anonymous. So every time I heard her name, that switched to my head. So like it took like 6 months to get that out of my head.
That was a big part of her deconversion story, was talking about being at Overeaters Anonymous a lot. That was a big part of it.
We also have my adopted daughter Jen is with us, of course, over there, and also my brother from the other
my
coast.
penis in the car door.
Oh, Jesus.
Here we go again. And of course, we have also Canadian Atheist is with us. My internet girlfriend Alma Tadero is with us.
Hello.
The one, the only Lord Falconis is with us. And if you have any problems, please send them over to HR. She deals with all that stuff. and of course, my co-host and buddy from hell, Mr. Mikey Famine, is with us. And
Dad Dash Supreme.
apparently, the couch has swallowed our friend Michael Earhart.
Oh, no. We even have a pee bucket in chat.
Yeah, we have a pee bucket.
We have a pee bucket
Neil,
in
did you
chat now
just
too.
change my name there, buddy?
No, why?
You did.
Yeah, you
What?
just changed my name, right?
I
actually opened up a-
You called him
I'm not
Ollie the
Canadian
Canadian atheist.
I opened up
Canadian
a personal,
Ollieman. Oh, sorry.
a personal ad with the name P Bucket because
I was wondering. I was going, wait.
the Chaos
That wasn't me,
Goblin
was it?
was
I'm
on
looking like Ollie. I'm like, who's that?
Apparently, we can't stop them peeing in all the buckets in Arkansas.
I completely forgot you could change your name on StreamYard, by the way. I was
man, that's the
prepared
whole
to
game.
deal with the joke the whole time, but
Yeah,
Oh, very
apparently
good.
I've got to remove Chaos Goblin before everyone thinks all 10 stories are about me.
Do you know where Tons of Mice came from? Anybody?
What?
Actually, I'd love to know that answer.
Where it came
Everybody,
from,
get your
I
clip
don't know.
button. Get your clip fingers ready. Hit it.
Tracy Harris on one of the ACA shows, I think it was Talk Even, but I can never find this clip, said Tons of Mice once in some bizarre story, some motherfucker had called in or whatever, and she said, I think you'd have tons of mice. And so that stuck that week, and it's like kind of like Jethro Tull, you know, that wasn't the name they always used, and that was the one that somehow picked up and people took off with. So that was Tons of Mice. It's something Tracy Harris said. If you ever find that YouTube clip or something,
it an
I would
AXP?
love to know. It might be Talk Even. I'm not sure which one. I watched them both at that time.
do you want to know where I got the name Tons of Cats? Well, Tracy Harris one day said,
Tracy Harris has tons of cats.
So, Neil, I was looking through that intro. Remember when I did the points game and I would actually put that shit as my background as the show was going? Talk
Yep.
about try hard. I just got a fucking palpitation looking at how much work that would have been. Never again. I hope you guys enjoyed me in my prime, because that shit is
I'm still waiting for the low budget reboot.
unnecessary.
Mikey, I'm still holding you account to the low budget reboot of Not One Heroes.
It's
We
coming.
never finished the story.
It's coming.
Love the Nat One Heroes.
It's coming. I think
Jonathan,
that story
Go for it.
needs to be finished. People
Dude, I
need
miss
resolution.
playing Delta.
Yeah, you guys don't really do much on that channel anymore. Like, what's happened with everybody?
What's
Run
a silly
hiatus.
again?
I
We're
got
on
arrested. Mikey got a life.
I didn't mean to. I promise. I know you guys expected
Look, you're
Jen to
not
say
the only one who got married. I got married slightly after you, bro.
I'm turning into an old man before your eyes. Married with kids with small dogs. What
I have
happened
12.
to me? I used to be a machine.
Sooner or later, a
got-
sitcom theme is gonna start playing.
I have a 12-year-old
Okay, we're good.
granddaughter.
Oh, your grandpa. How's being grandpa? Is that sick? That sounds.
She lives
awesome.
across the state, so I don't see her much. I thought my son lives over there.
Mhm.
I don't get over there too much.
I have to send a huge apology to Michael down there. I got some earbuds for you, and it turns out they're only for Apple devices.
Oh, you got AirPods?
Yeah, they turned out they're AirPod knockoffs, I think. So, oh, look at this guy.
He's got a camera.
Oh, nice.
Fancy.
He's obviously
Wait, how
got
is
two
he recording
cameras.
the
Or
camera with his webcam?
camera and a
Wait a
mirror.
minute.
Mike, I
Wait
think
a
you're
minute.
you're muted there, mister.
Yes, you are. Double muted. Oh, it's probably using the camera as a microphone.
Yeah, you got to switch it in Windows.
Now he gets to
Yeah,
enjoy
yeah.
all of
Check
the
that as-
problems that
Make
we've
sure
been going
make sure
through.
that's set properly in StreamYard because I learned that the hard way.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Like I told Neil, this is the first time I've ever really streamed anything, so I'm amazed it's all working.
Yeah, Tons,
Yeah,
you're
works
set
great.
up for first time.
This is
I
the
give
first
every
time.
hey
ever.
hey look, let me go big here. Let me go. I give everybody shit about their tech, and I complain about all their. He nails it in one. You guys could learn a lesson from Tons of Mice. That's all I can say.
Yep. School
Mic
starts soon.
worked, camera worked, frame perfectly
Right.
set up,
Right on.
hair coaffed.
I did
no
join.
In my
boobies.
defense, Mice
I
has
joined
seen
it.
every episode of Neil's show, and I've only seen like maybe 75% of the episodes.
I mean,
So,
everyone
I
else
feel
could
like he
have
just had a little bit more prep time.
I feel like everybody else could have done the same amount of homework. You know, everybody could have done the same amount of prep work.
Stephanie here.
This is a
Hi,
classic.
Stephanie. We're kind of full, but some people may drop out over time, and we can add some more folks in here. So
Yeah, because
I
I think I
likelihood I'll
smoked way
explode
too
midway
much.
through, and you'll have to replace me.
HR can't go anywhere until I hear some
I'm going
shadow
to go
harmonica.
right now because I am gonna be tired.
what?
I'm gonna
You
be
ate
tired.
all the eyeballs.
Tired? It's like
I
6:30.
did. I ate all the eyeballs, and also the
Yeah,
harmonica
but I
ended
have
up in the
enough
kids'
to
Easter
5
basket.
a.m.
Oh,
Neil's supposed to have eyeballs, and Mikey has eyeballs.
The cascading audio, by the way, is like
Go
what
ahead,
it feels
Ian.
like when I stop taking my schizo meds.
Neil could make you a Lego harmonica.
That would be
I
cool.
nailed
There you
HR
go.
harmonica.
Cool.
Oh, I love it.
I have these eyeballs.
The
We
goat
thought you-
eyeball.
Oh damn!
We thought you broke one of
Yeah.
those goat eyeballs.
Can you use those for the
Yeah,
eclipse?
one one's broken. No, Tons sent these to me like forever ago.
Shadow's afraid of goats.
I'm also wearing my thing. He's not afraid of goats. He just doesn't like goats.
These
Because
are
they have
apparently
evil eyes.
Don't
let 'em around my
You have eyeballs there?
4D, whatever the fuck that means. But
Wow. It's
The
one
fourth
more D
dimension
than
is
three.
time, Neil.
The fourth dimension is delicious,
No.
according to the
No.
box.
fourth dimension is not time.
Depth.
Hey, you have to open your pineal gland to truly understand the upper levels of dimension.
You kids, I told you you could learn something
my-
here.
With my free Tappination kit, you can tappinate your skull from home.
You tell them.
You have to learn the lessons of the Flashpoint comics. If you vibrate fast
Oh,
enough,
burn.
you can move between the particles, son.
First, that's
Wow.
a combination.
Eyeball.
Wow.
Eyeball.
Eyeball.
Paint.
Is it worth it, Fern? Is it worth it? Is the dark web that worth it? Just get a regular machine where you can only go regular places. It's okay.
Yeah.
Those are some huge knockers. 4D.
I would have sent some to OA, but she wasn't going to be able to see the show live, I think it was, when it was supposed to be at the lead day, as HR suggested. And so I didn't send any, and the
Great
next thing you know, it's time for the show.
Oh, I lost one. I lost an eye. One of my eyes fell out.
Oh no.
Now
I
you
told
know
that
how
story.
it feels.
So why did
Oh
you
no,
finally do
an eye
this?
Was
for
your
an
finger
eye.
involved?
For an eye.
Why did I do the show
There's a
finally?
ton of eyes
Yeah,
in this
Tons. Why did you
conversation.
finally do the show?
Well, I believe when I first started watching the show, I sent Neil some sort of message and said, "Well, I don't really have a deconversion story. I can't even remember that long ago." And but I like the show, whatever, something like that. And then you started bugging the fuck out of me.
Oh, that's a good way.
So I had to do it. And I mean, I bought the microphone and camera like a year ago when I was set up on
Oh,
that.
shit.
But
Yeah. I think I sent you the link for that one because you have the same one as me.
Lots of
So
work.
Tons sent me this, which is
Oh.
a
Nice.
giant eye
Nice.
that you can actually take apart.
And
Customs,
stash your weed in-
motherfucker. Customs.
and
Again,
stash your weed in it.
There's tons of eyes in this show. You want to know where I came up with the phrase "tons of eyes"? Well, Tracy Harris once said it.
Matt Gillahunty said it.
I can't finish the
See,
joke ever.
anxiety,
You can never
man.
finish the joke.
Oh.
I
No,
got
that's the joke.
I got a thing from Matt, but I didn't. I sent it in a
Then?
box, and to the conference they have down there in Austin, and then the motherfuckers never picked it up at the post office, so it got sent back here. So I still have this thing that I had made for Matt. I guess I could go get it.
Sure, you could.
You could probably see.
This thing was kind of a
Wondering
pain
if
in
it
the
was
ass.
kicking when
to
it showed
put
up at the
together.
ACA and they sent it back.
Yeah.
So there you go. The human eye. No, it doesn't want to go back together now.
Uh-oh.
There we go. Woo!
Behold.
On your tongue, you can
Neil, keep your finger out of that eye.
Behold.
Sorry.
Behold.
Kitty.
God damn. Hi, kitten.
Yellow eye. Oh, we lost.
Alma left.
Lost Alma.
Sorry, I know.
Oh, bye, Alma.
And she did say spank it, man, Jer.
It happens like that sometimes.
Go back in your hammock and get high on catnip.
Such is life. Funnily enough, I'm eating Wendy's, even though we ordered Arby's for dinner.
What?
How does that work?
So when the food was supposed to show up, nothing showed up, and then we're like, our food never came, and they're like, oh yeah, that's because somebody apparently went into Arby's and took like all the orders and just left.
Oh no.
And our food was part of that, so our food never got picked
No.
up because our food went out with whoever the hell just wanted to take our shit.
Man, GTA 6 is really wild. I didn't think it stood for Grand Theft Arby's.
Dude, like,
That's not great.
like,
Hey, yo.
dude, hey, dude.
AJ.
It's bad enough.
What up?
Like, we haven't ordered out food in 2 months. Like, we've been very good about it. Finally gets they're like, nah, son, you're not getting no Arby's today.
You haven't
No.
ordered out food in months, and so you chose the one that makes you like
Arby's.
sweat.
I'll be right back.
Hey, not everybody can have McRibs, Jen.
Right. How about say
Ooh.
McRib eater? You hush your mouth.
It was a whole ass meme. I tried it twice and failed.
How about say the queen of the
You
McRib
remember
does
that
not
meme?
participate.
I applied for a presidency.
The day the
Steph
McRib
is
came
with
back,
us.
I had
Hey, Steph.
Steph.
So I'm eating Wendy's because somebody decided that everybody else gets my. And honestly, like Arby's is really just an excuse. Like they're just a conduit for me to get their fucking curly fries. Like I ordered like the regularest, plainest sandwich they got.
Nice.
No.
What's cool
You're
is what's cool is Wendy's eating Mikey's. So there you go. Nice trade.
What?
Mikey
You read
CR
it?
eats Arby's.
I'm confused now.
Don't know.
But the only reason I order Arby's is so I can have their curly fries and their like Arby's sauce. It's so good on the it's so good. So I'll order a bullshit $3 sandwich just so I get a fucking super large curly fry. Curly fries need to be brought back more free. There should one place has curly fries. Who else has curly fries? Rallies, maybe.
Arby's.
Hashtag get curly.
Get curly. It's 2024. Get curly.
I know there's another place with curly fries, but I can't think of it right now. What the fuck?
You said Hardee's. I don't know, but Hardee's is very regional.
Okay, Carl's Jr.
Yeah,
right.
I was gonna say, if you're over here, it's Carl's Jr.
California.
Yeah,
Carl
we get in
who?
Washington too.
Who is Carl?
Who's Carl and why is he
I
Bagooey?
believe, actually, he does.
That's
There
a
is there
chain.
was a
There
Carl.
probably was a Carl.
Yeah.
You know how they
Archer,
came up
I
with the
believe
name
it
Carl
was.
Jr.?
The guy
Well,
who
Tracy
actually
Harris
made it was
once
named
said.
Carl. Yeah.
I assumed it had something to do with NASCAR.
It's now owned by Carl the Fourth.
I think they need to update the name then.
Yeah,
You can't just keep calling Carl Jr. Is Carl Jr. even
No.
still alive?
because it would be like I'd be like, this is C4, the burger experience. You know what I mean? Like claim it as mine. Really put my flag out there.
You don't think that Burger King has been deposed or assassinated a few times? It's probably Burger Princess.
It's a burger dynasty at this point, okay?
It's a burger regime, is what it is.
Could be a burger
the
princess.
Red Dawn Batman comic?
Yeah.
I was getting
Burger
at,
regime?
the Burger Monarchy. Yeah.
The
I
burgers
can make
came.
a comic book now, and Burger Regime is my main villain. Fuck it.
I like Burger Princess. That's got a
That's
nice
his
ring to
daughter.
it. It's got a
Burger
nice ring.
Queen. That should be a movie. The Burger Queen.
But it was in the works. But then
It's
Dairy
the
Queen
Dairy
sued,
Queen.
So.
Oh, the Dairy Queen.
Yeah.
You can't see through Dairy Queen.
There's the fly in the ointment. Ollie found it.
Dairy
Pesky-
Queen.
That pesky Burger Queen. What am I saying?
Dairy Queen, where you can get an ice cream cone and your car tags renewed up in Oregon.
So there's a Bob's
Only in
Burger.
Oregon.
There's a Bob's Burger up in Michigan that says that they made the first Big Mac. They claim that
Well, good
McDonald's
luck
stole
with
the
that.
Big Mac.
And
from
it's
them.
called Bob's Burgers.
You don't think McDonald's is gonna rewrite history with $1 billion and fucking own the Big Mac? You're crazy.
I think it's Bob's. I can't. I mean, I know that's a cartoon, but
I was about to say. I mean,
no, I think there's a Bob's Burgers up in northern Michigan.
look, Gene, I'm just.
I bet they love the
I made the
cartoon.
first Big Mac, Gene. You know, right here in the grill.
My crotch is just. Tina
Thank you for
from
sharing.
Bob's Burgers. Tina from Bob's Burgers. Come back here, Jen. Don't walk away when we're reciting the episode. and then
Y'all
you
are
get-
in my living room, okay? There's not a single point in here that I can't.
I'm just saying we're doing the episode back and forth, and then you left when I said my crotch is itchy, and then like no one laughed. I'm like, you're like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about over here. no, Jen, come back.
We try to avoid bio issues or observing them on streams.
I
Your
tr-
crotch is
I
itchy.
wanna-
Go ahead. We won't say anything.
I tried for the alley oop, but then Jen just like didn't jump, and I was like,
What
my
can I
crotch just
say?
throw the
There's
ball
several
away.
complications with owning a standing desk.
Have you been watching the Mad Hatter? What is that, Alan?
Yes, I have actually, unfortunately, and he got stuck
You're
in my head
channeling.
because I have dissociative identity disorder.
You're
It sucks.
channeling. You're channeling. You are the Mad Hatter.
I'm speaking in tongues. Alice, help me! I see,
now you're Christopher
I
Walken.
see an orange tyrant saying he's the son of God. Where's the butter knife?
This is what it was like to know the young John Belushi.
A little bit more cocaine and I'd be Norm McDonald right now, okay? I can't say that. Scratch that. We're not live, right? You can cut that out.
I liked cocaine. I just couldn't afford it, so I avoided
We'll
it.
edit it in post.
Said a few times. Hey, Steph.
Hey, Tons.
Oh yeah, Tons, you select the round the horn and you go first. You know how this works.
Is it getting any warmer up there in the Northeast?
It got snowier. It got very snowy, and it put me out of power for 36 hours. It was really exciting, and it was cold. So far, no, but tomorrow it's supposed to be better. So
There's blue skies today and in the 60s. Of course, the eclipse is in 2 days, and my friend at work, Pastor George, predicts it will be cloudy.
really, this Pastor George must have an inn.
Yeah, I don't know. He got something against eclipses. He's trying to scare us about buy all your gas, like I guess today and tomorrow, and your food. You'll starve to death because the eclipse people will take every crumb of bread off the shelves.
There is the demon comet mixed in with the eclipse.
I've seen it. Yeah,
The demon comet. There's a demon
Devil.
comet out there.
The devil comet.
Yeah.
Is this like Fire Lord Sozu's comet, where like all the firebenders went to demon comet?
I don't fucking know. The fucking thing's up there. It's going around the sun and whatnot, and it's going to, the eclipse is going to happen. We'll all see the comet, and then we'll be raised to heaven, and you know, all of that.
Sign me up with the Kool-Aid.
Did you catch my story about my friend who was hearing voices? That's what he thinks. We're coming into a new age of enlightenment. And I was like, have you seen
This is
Trump
the
stuff?
dawning of the age of... Never mind.
Mariah Carey will sing that when she's the bride of Christ and comes back with him.
That's too bad.
That's what he said. It was her name was Mariah, so I thought Mariah Carey.
You know, that's what they call the wind.
Well, he was hearing voices, so I think he's better. I'm not real sure.
If I could fall into the sky, do you think the Devil's Comet would pass me by? Sorry, I got brain worms. This is what happens when I have short hair. I lose my mind.
Well, I have the day off Monday, so I can see the eclipse, and it's totality from here. But I did see the one back in 2017. I think I said that already with my son. So once you've seen an eclipse, you know, the sun goes away for a couple minutes. Whatever.
My favorite eclipse was the one that Donald Trump looked directly at. I mean,
that's
that one, that's the most memorable one in recent history for me.
That's because that was the last
Give me
one.
the binoculars. Ah!
That's why he held the Bible upside down, because you can't see anymore.
No. It's because it wasn't a God Bless the USA Bible. That's why.
Yeah.
He's making a statement before he released the book.
They missed their opportunity. That should have opened up, and the January 6th choir should have played when they opened that Bible.
Didn't he like make his own national anthem?
Yeah, the January 6th
Oh my
choir.
god.
I have solar binoculars for the eclipse. Look right at the sun. I did in 2017. I can still see it.
Going down the Trump rabbit hole again
Tinted or
because it's election season all over again has been so fucking wild.
Yeah.
Jen, I'd like to bring you to work with me one night. You would love these guys. They would
Hell yeah.
argue though.
Solar glare.
Or they would love you, whatever. They
I
are
mean,
some
hey,
trumpeters.
I work on tips and commissions.
P-Bucket.
But you can rent me out for
P-Bucket
whatever
too.
purposes you want. Just don't tell my wife.
P-Bucket too.
I'm gonna kill myself for that joke. Can't say that on YouTube. I'm gonna alive myself. I'm sorry, I keep walking
There's
back and
Mount
forth because I
Gay
can't stay
Eclipse Barbados Run. That's a thing.
I saw the last total eclipse in Missouri, in Columbia, Missouri, the bowling alley's parking lot.
Isn't the Garden of Eden in Missouri?
Independence, where Harry
Yeah.
Truman's from. Yeah, sure.
Nice.
Well, that's the what's his name?
Joseph
Smith.
Yeah.
That's Joe's Garden of Eden.
You mean the Garden of Eden is
I love
not
R
an
and Roz's
independent-
show about that Joseph's myth. I love
Yes.
Have
Beautiful turn of a phrase.
Have y'all seen that TikTok where like someone has like a map of the US, but it's of Mesopotamia, like all of the words are like it says like Egypt.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what
Jerusalem. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Okay, yeah. I only know about this because of Mini Minuteman, but it's just like going down
Yes,
the TikTok
that's who I found it
conspiracy
from.
rabbit hole is fucking nuts.
Yep.
It's like willingly
Hey,
sticking
Farron.
your hand into like a blender, you know? It's like you'll never know what you're gonna get. Broken fingers, a flayed skin. The choices are endless. I'm so sorry, folks. I promise I'm not normal.
we didn't think you were, so I don't know.
We've missed it.
So hey, what did I miss? That guy left.
Tons of Mice is here.
Normal.
HR's here.
Well, I know Jen. I used to watch Net One Heroes and every week. Or
Mice has
whatever.
written so many fucking epics about my journey.
Flappy the Beaver.
Exactly.
Mikey's not here to hear it, but
Wait, did I hear that right? Lapping the beaver?
No, Flappy. There's Flappy the
No,
Beaver.
Neil.
And there's
That's
Flappy
a
the
whole
Flappy
you
the
fucking
Beaver.
perverted
And they're not
Canadian.
covered.
That
It's a
takes me
holy
back.
war.
Flappy the Beaver was a
Flappy.
character in Mikey and Jen's Nat One Heroes
Dude, that's
adventure.
a deep cut reference too. Like Flappy showed up once and then never again.
Flappy drank all the beer that spilled out in the village for some fucking reason.
Mikey says, I am
The
here. Go
rivers
Flappy.
of beer. Where is Mikey Famine when you need him?
He's eating.
I need
And
the
that was
lore
it.
master here. Yeah.
Jonathan
Oh my God.
Fuller.
Well, if you need to talk to him for a second, you just bump my ass out and come back in, and then you can go finish what he's doing afterwards. Summon to beaver. I tried that once.
Yeah, my fifth wife said
Didn't work.
something like that.
God, you are so fucking high. Oh my God.
Look who's talking.
I gave her way too much catnip.
Dave. Flappy the Beaver. Oh, that's good.
To read about Flappy, go to my Patreon, and there you go. And it's free right now. They're all just
I just
stories.
realized I had.
I don't
the
make
wrong
videos.
I was wondering why I couldn't see the chat, and I just realized I had the wrong one open. I'm such
Watching
a
an
fucking
old show.
genius.
If you're watching an old show, watch the one with like what Eric Murphy was a good one. That kind of thing.
Yeah, that was a good show. By the way, Jen, Aunt Jer says you're making her seasick. So
I'm so sorry about that. It's because I only have one table, and it's not a great table, and it's got a bunch of
Sure, it's
fun
not the
plants
best
on
table.
them.
It's the best of all tables.
I mean, I could make it even worse, and I could hold my iPad up while I'm walking around, and then that would really fucking give you motion sickness. But
But you're not
this
going
is
to
a
do
nice
that.
compromise.
Eyeball cam.
I see so much.
They're coming for you, Margaret.
I haven't heard the eyeball story here tonight. I don't think OA and HR really know it, Neil.
What?
I know the eyeball story.
I have not heard the eyeball story told tonight. I don't think OA and HR really know it well.
I don't.
LF doesn't. My God, how can LF not have ever
What?
heard the eyeball
We don't
story?
know.
There's
We're all
an
out of the
actual
loop.
reason behind the eyeball stories. Why there's
Yes.
eyeballs?
It's just the resin death rub or the candy and the eyeball stuff.
Story
It
time.
involves
with
Tun's seventh wife.
Story time with Uncle Neil.
All right, so I'll tell it once again. I was working as a bouncer or doorman for a club out in a undisclosed location here where I live. We'll get too detailed here. And this asshole that was in the bar was really drunk, and we kicked him out. And he didn't like that, so he went to his truck and pulled out this little fisherman's bat, which is a bat that's maybe about 2 foot long, and it's got a big hook on the end of it for pulling fish up out of the water, like big ones. And he thought he was going to hit me with this bat. And he came stumbling towards me as I was standing out front of the bar with my compadre at the time. And he went to pull his back like that. And at that moment, I just went boop, and popped out his eyeball. And I had a cup of water, and we put it in the water, tepid water, mind you. And we made him hold on to it. And lucky for him, there was an ambulance in the parking lot down at the Overweighty, which is a supermarket here. And they came over and asked what happened, and we kind of told them the story, and they just started laughing, and they took the guy. They literally did start laughing, and they took the guy to the hospital. And apparently he doesn't even remember it to this day. So, but he wondered why he had a big shiner. That's how drunk he was. He wondered why he had this big shiner. And he said, "Oh, I must have acted up at the bar."
That
So,
would make
yeah.
such a great horror movie villain, by the way. A guy
Jesus.
with like an eye dangling out in tepid water holding a hook bat. I mean, that writes itself.
Well, there you go. That's
Where's
what,
James
that's-
Gunn when you need him?
I think what's missing from that story, Neil, is the time that after the eyeball was popped
Yeah.
and before you put it in the water. What was he doing? Was he freaking out trying to put it back in, or
he was
watching his
stumbling around.
shoes?
That's like I said, the fight's instantly over when you're looking at your opponent with one eye and your shoe with the other one, right? So, and he was stumbling around trying to figure out what was happening, and then by that time we had the water. So,
Was there blood? Lots of blood, I would think.
nope, no blood,
Huh.
no blood.
No blood, no.
Randomly focus on OA.
Yeah, right.
But you don't really realize just how long the optic nerve is until you see it. So,
I wanted to
Telling me I hung it from the
reaction.
ceiling yesterday.
Yeah, and it's probably it's good length to it like that. So it's hanging down by the guy's nipple, pretty much. So
Wow.
How do you pop an eyeball out? How do you do that?
Well,
is there a spot?
There's a spot. Yeah, you can do either side. But mostly this side works best, and you just push until it pops out. It's not hard, but I mean, it's hard, but it's not hard. You got to get a good jab in there to make it happen. I tried it a second time unsuccessfully, and then I got hit after that. So,
well, no.
Or anyone else feel thanky after that story?
What use is half an eye? Inquiring creationists would like to know. Yeah, well,
You'll poke his eye out.
Yep, aim for the inner corner. That's correct. That's the best way to do it.
Camera views like OA and HR look particularly disturbed. Let's zoom in on that.
Yes, that's exactly what just happened.
And like I'm literally just standing here with my jaw dropping at all of this, but yeah.
That's why we have all the eyeball stuff going on, because
We don't all make the
great story.
reaction cut, friend.
There you go.
A story worth preserving.
Yeah.
Yep. There you go.
One I shan't soon forget.
It was a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. So
That's how I was going to begin my story, but I forgot. When you said, when you would say, tons of mice, tell us your story, I would say, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. And I go, oh no, fuck, that's Star Wars. And then I would say, I was conceived in the back of a 57 Chevy. Oh no, it's Neil's story. That's how much time I could burn doing that.
I was born in the heart of a dying universe, and I have remained since the dawn of time, and I will be here when time collapses. I'm so sorry.
I was born when JFK was president, and I remember the Watergate hearings.
Okay,
Well,
I remember
that
those.
is my
Children.
story. Yeah, that is my
Ah, you youngins, Jesus Christ.
everyone say their. Let's do around the horn
What's
of
that,
our
Stephanie?
origin story.
Stephanie's.
Mikey's just laughing in the background, man. It's just,
Affected by her age, yeah.
At least I've got a beaver here.
Tons, stop playing with your eyeballs.
We have otters.
That's an
Okay.
otter. I got a beaver over my shoulder.
Yes.
It's like battery operated. It's pretty cool.
Only on this channel can we have live gratuitous footage of a man playing with balls.
They're eyeballs.
And beavers.
I know, but I don't want to be specific because that's the joke.
Uh-oh. Just start showing up the tits and
They're
the
loud
knockers.
though.
Got to be one of those. That's what my third wife said about a show about balls, but I can't think of it right now. Too much Scotch.
Let's go. Yep, that's going in the list.
Oh, there we go.
Let's on it.
My third wife wanted to say something about balls, but I couldn't remember what it was.
So for those who don't know, on my channel, I have a program that generates something that describes one of Tons' 7,778 wives. And it's all random actions that I have heard in all the chats that Tons has participated in. So I'm adding that to the list right now.
It's comments about sex is what it is.
Wait, so would you say he has a
well.
ton of wives? You know, I got the name Ton of Wives because Tracy Harris once said. If I do it 4 more times, it will be funny again, I promise.
Tracy Harris asked about balls. Is that...
Tracy Harris said tons of mice one time, which is where I got the handle.
Well, and if she had said tons of balls, would she be tons of balls instead?
It might have stuck, Stephanie. It was just the Jethro Tull of.
I mean, are we talking bowling here or what? I don't understand.
I don't know about
Candlepin or 10-pin?
I haven't bowled in probably 40-something years.
Yeah, okay.
Me either.
So balls are in your past. I don't understand.
You get to an age, you know how it is.
I do.
Why does bowling not involve bowls? And furthermore, why does boxing not involve boxes?
It only involves balls. He rolled the ball.
Wrestling involves pins.
No, not balls, bowls. You don't roll a bowl down the bowling alley.
You can smoke a bowl though.
Why do you park in a driveway and drive on a
I
parkway?
did not think about that. Yeah, okay. In the back of the party zone, you're smoking your bowl. I got it now. Figured out bowling.
I live in Arkansas. Those are too complicated for me.
Oh, damn.
Just gonna break in here for 1 second. Sorry about that, Neil. The bounty is out. Someone find the clip of Tracy saying
There
that.
you go. There you go.
Little sleuths, get out there right now. I'm already formulating some playlists. Watch every single syllable that she said until we find.
I would start
this
at the end of the shows that Tracy was on and work backwards because it wasn't too long before she left the show. That's
a big tip.
If I repeat the Tracy Harris joke 4 more times, it will be a rule of 7 joke.
No.
I would like to have that clip.
I'm popping your clutch and putting you in neutral.
Neutral.
You know what that means. So be nice.
Put the Birkenberg on. Mikey.
There you go, Ollie. I pretty much finished off that joint.
Cool.
First I've had in several years. Well, I've had a few times, but you know.
How's
Not a
the
regular.
How's the McCallum?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
I haven't drank too much of it, but yeah. I like scotch, but it's been a long time since I had any real liquor. I drink red wine most of the night. Most times.
I can't drink it all. Drinking mixed pot and drinking.
Oh, you don't like getting crossfaded?
I can't do it.
Well, I can't afford a damn bottle of Macallan all the time, but I wanted something good to toast these two with, and everybody else, of course. But what do I get? I thought I'd get some scotch, and I thought about Glenfiddich or whatever, but no, Macallan. I think HH is the person that said something about Macallan. Did you say something about Macallan, HH?
I don't think I said anything about Macallan. Said something about Glenmorangie.
Oh, that might have been it. Who else have I forgot?
Glenmorangie, that's a good one too.
Oh, Ollie, throw the ball.
Throw the ball.
The dog's asleep. No, I'm
What
not
about
throwing the ball.
Otangelo? Otangelo and his friends. That's somebody from there.
Ouch.
I always liked impersonating the Otangeloans, which were the aliens that came to Earth on their spaceship with Otangelo, and then he had just got out. He'd escaped, and he was talking because he's a fucking alien.
The Otangeloans. Oh.
I got a question. I just read chat, and the most recent chat is making my mind. But I think it's a Big Lebowski reference, but
the dude.
Maybe yes, he was
The dude,
abiding.
yeah.
The dude. Yep, and he bowled.
bowling does that man the dude. We stoned the whole time. He was about. Let me tell you right here, guy. What gears? You don't need to be stoned anymore. You're there, my friend. Take this from me, the schizoid who's smoking dabs on a live show. You good? There's no dabs. There we go.
I've heard about it.
Heard about it.
That's just like your opinion, man.
Back in the day, I smoked. It's back there. It's a glass tube open on both ends with a little bowl on top, or a little depression actually. So it's carburetor action. That's how I smoked my weed. But that would probably kill me now.
A steamroller.
Yeah, a steamroller. Exactly. That's what
I have one of those.
I once made one of those. Out of
I'm not
aluminum
surprised. You
baseball
probably have
bat.
12 of them.
I feel like I'm taking spice melange whenever I use my seahorse to do dabs. I'm like, control the spice, control the universe. The spice must flow.
I have a Dr. Dabber.
Tons
for
left
doing
and didn't
dabs.
see them. I have this official Cheech and Chong glass joint.
Of course you do.
Right?
Nice.
Nice.
So, and I've shown this one before. This is the one that's got the dragon in it. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
The dragon in there. It's hard to see. Oh, my camera's gone damn blurry.
It's been a hot minute since I smoked.
Oh, you need some Formula 420 to clean up that glass, man.
Oh, it's dusty.
Ollie, how many joints in a lid?
Fuck, I don't know.
Adds flavor.
That's a Cheech and Chong joke. It's depends on how big you roll your joints.
Yeah. Okay.
2. Is Dave there?
Dave's not here.
Yeah.
Is Dave there?
Dave?
Oh, my fucking favorite is
Dave's
when
not here.
He's in the straight jacket and he
Dave's
says,
in
"My
the
nuts
chat.
itch. My nuts itch. Cheech, scratch my nuts." Hamburg, yeah.
I figured out who it was that the other person I spoke to about coming on the show again, and that's Durante Lamar, who has been on a few other shows recently, was how I sort of found out about him. And he's like, oh yeah, you totally want to come. I also did a show that he was on too, so the two of us have met virtually online, and he's like, yeah. So I just sent him another message telling him that we're going to be doing up on Saturdays again. And though I'm waiting for a response from Eve Was Framed about which Saturday she would like, I told him that all the Saturdays are pretty much open from here on out. So.
I couldn't find the steamroller that had the Blues Brothers on it, actually.
Eve Was Framed is such a banger of a username, but now, like, after Has Been Hotel, that's all I can think about.
But I did find this. It's a crystal goat for OA, but it's really just plastic from China. And this is the fucking goat. It's pieces, OA. It's like, can you see this? It's just pieces and shit.
So it's Warhammer 40K, but goats?
I don't know what it is, but I don't know if I'm going to put it together.
Goat Hammer 40K?
You think one of your kids can put it together? If I send
Possibly.
it to you?
It's like
Maybe.
it's like in Warhammer
I'll
40K,
try
you
that.
put the models together and then you paint them. So this is Goat Hammer 40K.
It's supposed to be crystalline LF, like it's see-through or whatever. And I thought, well, that'll be kind of a cool thing to send her. And then it was fucking plastic like a model car.
Do you like models?
Her kids, her sons.
I have children.
I have children.
They will put it together. Here,
I'm
put my
just
goat
so
together.
that's a no. Okay.
That's the last time I could see well enough to put little pieces together when I was a child.
Well, you know what? Maybe I'll suggest that to one of the vendors at Conscious Life Expo. Maybe they can create a crystal goat for you, OA.
A crystal goat.
Whoa!
Offer you
Go away.
Oh no.
Oh, is it a Atheist?
I didn't even
chat?
get on there. I don't even see it in the chat.
It's on Twitch.
Worse.
Oh.
Chat
How
bots.
can I even get on the damn Twitch? Hang on.
I don't know.
Well,
But if I could suggest one Lego set for you, OA, it would be the Thor Love and Thunder Lego set that has the goat boat.
right.
It's got the
goat
screaming goats. You get 2 goats with that set.
Politely, I disagree. The only Lego set you will ever need in your life is the Star Wars Millennium Falcon.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Star Wars.
Oh, jeez.
I thought when that happened that maybe the Star Wars stuff on eBay, if there is any, I don't even know, would pick up people buying the shit out of Star Wars shit. And so Nia would have sort of started a trend or whatever unintentionally.
Yeah, you never know. You can definitely check and see.
I'm gonna see if
I
there's
don't
any
think
fucking
so.
Star Wars stuff out there.
Star Wart. I don't know what happened to that thing. It's buried under a bunch of shit now. So I can't even
My
pull it
second
out to
wife
show
said
everybody.
about me.
How many wives have you had?
7,778.
A dozen or so.
I'll start
First-
copy pasting the script in the chat.
The first 12 were all called.
Let's be fair.
The first 12 were all called Mary.
Could tons of mice be satisfied by one wife, or do they need tons of wives? That's
There you go.
argument.
Ooh,
Biblically
words.
accurate, tons of mice.
Millennial Falconus.
Yeah, that's good.
Registered in Twitch now too.
Here's a name I forgot. I don't know if he's in chat tonight, but Doorknob Head.
Yeah.
Doorknob Head is
seen-
not in the chat. I'm not sure
No?
if he's
Haven't
aware
seen
that
him.
I'm back on.
And of course, there's the evil Shai Halud, which some of us know. LF knows her.
This just goes to prove my
Shaz on
theory that
Twitch?
Doorknob Head and Tons of Mice are the same person. Back to your regularly scheduled program.
I mustn't fear. Fear is the mind killer. Fear is the little death that brings utter obliteration.
I actually wondered Swede for a while. I thought Tons was Swede.
Really?
I really did. Yeah.
This Jen.
Yeah.
Personality
For a
wise,
little bit. No, that's what I thought. I figured it was Swede. Just totally letting go.
Sweet Jacqueline hiding it.
Yeah.
Takes the serum and then becomes Tons of Mice.
It only
I have more
lasted
hair
about
than
a month.
Swede.
I gave up on that quick.
I mean, my hair has been going for a while, but I have more hair than fucking Swede. How about
Man, I
Nicholas
cannot-
Suter, Mr. Mountain Dew? How many remember him? My guy snapped a screenshot of him. He's drinking a big fucking 2 liter of Mountain Dew. Post that in his Twitter and all the time and stuff.
My God.
And of course, lest I forget, HROA Stool,
Oh, stool.
the newly formed leprechaun of Ireland. We rarely see here, Neil, but sometimes. Stool was
pops in
on
from time to time.
he was on the Twitter today, I think, something about it.
He was, but it's a little late for him right now, so he's not always up at this time,
It is.
right? So
He's in Ireland, yeah.
Like
We got
it's
Atheist
11:30
Carpenter.
my time, so it's got to be like 2:30 or 3:30 in the morning for him now.
What is it in Australia right now? Because we got Atheist Carpenter here.
Whenever I write stories for
morning
OA's
there.
Discord,
Morning.
I always put
Anywhere from
Stool
5
into
to
the
8.
story.
yeah, Atheist Carpenter. Yeah, I remember we had to go a little bit different time when I had Carpenter on the show.
My good
A little bit
friend from
earlier.
Twitter.
I'm about to build some bookshelves. More bookshelves.
Cool.
You have a lot of books.
I do.
I need some shelves.
I send them out, though. I'm sending my 12-year-old granddaughter I mentioned. I'm sending her books all the fucking time. Heidi's back there, and mythology books back there, and Pippi Longstocking.
Pippi Longstocking.
She made the mistake of telling me last year on her birthday that I love books. And I was like, well, you've come to the right fucking place. But I give books to everybody. You know.
I think in the past
need to have-
I read one book, and it was C.D. Kozeman book. So
It's at 30. Yeah, I should make a shelf out of Lego so I can put my Lego on that Lego shelf.
There you
A
go.
Lego shelf. Yeah. Yeah.
I do have,
Meta.
yeah. I do have some of these, which you use for displaying minifigs, right? So I got a bunch of these.
I love shit like that.
I've got
They would
this.
fit great on Lego shelves.
Tupperware. Little
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. It's not official Lego, but the Lego's like has these two, but they're like super expensive. So I just went for the cheap ones like this. Got 4 of them built already, and there's a bunch of Lego. They're underneath some of this stuff, and it's a shit ton of Lego minifigures in there,
Magic closet.
including all the Muppets.
Nice.
Do you think Lego's going to come out with like a legendary Godzilla theme eventually?
I have seen on Lego takes ideas from fans, and they
Lego
have
porn.
competition, where you can get votes for the sets. Like I've seen everything from all kinds of old TV, like a Happy Days one. I've seen a Naruto one with the ramen shop. I've seen some other anime ones in there. I've seen also Godzilla, a full big ass Godzilla. And they would probably do something like that for the Lego Ideas collection, which is where you've got all the ones that I have, like the Ghostbusters, the Flintstones, Winnie the Pooh, Sesame Street, Doctor Who, and of course Optimus Prime and whatnot. So,
Ooh, I got a meta one. What about Weezer doing Happy Days Lego? It's kind of meta.
That'd be hard to tell though.
What?
Like you could just have the Happy Days doing it and call it, say it's Weezer doing it. You wouldn't be able to know the difference.
even more meta of an idea. It's the Weezer does Happy Days, except it's Carl Weezer from Jimmy Neutron. Hey, Jimmy, are you gonna finish that croissant? I'm sorry, I do voices because I'm mentally ill. You know where I got these voices from? Well, Tracy Harris once said.
Tons of voices.
2 more left. I got 2 more left, and then it stops being funny.
I'm happy to have inspired this. This is the kind of thing I do, usually in chat. I'm sure I've done it to Jen many times.
Mice, you are my muse.
What was your name? Skeletor or some shit on the fucking Nat 1? There was some weird ass thing.
Revenant.
Revenant.
He was a Revenant.
Yeah, it was a Revenant or something.
Yeah, I was lazy with the name and the backstory and everything. He didn't even have a face, really.
He had a rat bat best friend or something like that.
Actually, it was a kangaroo mouse skeleton, but we never got to reveal that because Mikey got a life.
Mikey had a kid.
What kind of mouse skeleton like this?
That's what
like
I said. Mikey got a life. Had a kid, got a life. Same thing, different words.
Was it a mouse skeleton like this, like Grandpa here?
Oh my!
It didn't have ears, so
yeah. How is it? How are there ears on a skeleton?
That's kind of weird. Yeah.
And eyes and face and everything else. Holy cow.
my favorite Halloween decoration, and I never bought it, but I really wish I did, was an articulated octopus skeleton.
Have you seen The Boys?
Yeah.
There are some octopuses in there. Like, do some stuff.
I thought it was just the
The
one.
last episode I watched was
Octopi. I said
Birdie.
octopuses. I'm ashamed.
Octopuses is the correct
drink.
word. Octopi is not a real word. Octopodes is not a real word. And I dare to say that
stand
any other
corrected.
version of an octopuses is incorrect. Sorry, I had to be a little bit of a grammar snob.
Learn something new every day.
Actually,
You know, octopuses was coined by.
I bet somebody's fucking Googling octopi right now.
all of them are acceptable. Octopi, octopuses, octopods. They're all acceptable.
Octopussies?
I actually had a
Well,
biology.
That's a movie.
I had a biology professor that insisted that it was octopuses.
I agree with your biology.
It must have been
teacher. The
awful
rest of y'all are fucking
sour, I'd
crazy.
say.
I had biology in college. We had a lab where you were supposed to go in
Equals a
and
beak.
cut shit up or whatever, you know, like grasshoppers and worms and all that. I would skip that part because that was the weirdest fucking shit, man. I just had no desire to dissect a frog and stuff. What did this frog go through? I made up whole scenarios of the poor frogs out there in the swamps and motherfucker come like the slavers in Africa and scoop them up, you know, and the poor frogs.
This is reminding me of
I just
the
laugh.
animated version of Watership Down, except with frogs.
I thought about sending my granddaughter Watership Down recently. Yeah, the book.
You should.
It's good.
She's about 12. I've sent her like Anne Frank, Little Women, the books I mentioned earlier. You know, I just kind of started doing this, and I send nice copies like Easton Press. Does anybody know that?
Yep.
Nice ass copies of shit. Yeah.
Don't
Trying to
send
instill that love of books. Hamlet.
Don't send Atlas Shrugged.
No, you don't do that.
No.
No, that's cruel.
That's the mistake, right? That's
a
the
great way
mistake
to
of
inspire a hatred of reading.
That's the mistake of teaching, right? They go into an English class and they say, well, you got to read The Old Man and the Sea. So they read Hemingway's best story first. You got to read all the stories. So mostly in chronological order is how I do it. I'm reading a Catherine Ann Porter book of short stories now. But you don't just shove, like you're saying, just overload them with Moby Dick. There you go.
I think my
Too much.
favorite adaptation of The Old Man and the Sea was the one where Hugh Jackman was like an elderly erectile claw dysfunction Wolverine, and he had like a miniature Wolverine following him.
All right, just to reply to Aunt Jer. Yeah, I used to cook too. I cooked for many, many years. It was my profession before I got into the sciences. So yes, I know that's. You have to take the beak out. You also have to do that with squid, and with squid, you also have to take the little bone out that goes up the head where the
mental makes a wonderful.
That's what my sixth wife said.
The squid is like just.
You have to take the bone out.
It makes a good stew.
I would like to just say the squid is like nature's like free pencil. Okay, you just take the mantle out,
Cuttlebone, thank
dip in it in its own ink sac, and then you write away with it's perfect. It's an all-in-one pen kit. I'm a vegetarian. I should not be recommending killing squids for pens.
Or squids.
Then make way this back.
Interesting. It's just because I just read an article recently. They've discovered that plants have a form of sentience. They also scream when you cut them, and they also scream when they're stressed, and they can see. It's not the same way we see, but they can see, so they know their relatives if they're around them. They know all kinds of stuff that goes on around them. So plants having a form of sentience. What the hell are you going to do now, vegetarians and vegans?
And
well, I mean, it's okay. I'm not a vegan, and I also don't give a shit if people eat meat or eat veggies. I personally just don't like seeing the animals suffer, and I'm environmentally conscious. Not really. I'm not environmentally conscious. I have a Hyundai Elantra. Dude fucking eats gas and then spits out smog, okay? Anyways, I like to think that I'm environmentally conscious, so I've been eating Beyond Beef. Also, it's just cheaper because my wife was already vegetarian, and then I married her, and then I was like, well, shit, I can't buy 2 sets of cookware. This fucking apartment's tiny as shit. Where would I store all that shit? So, I just decided to be vegetarian.
Ollie, what's the difference between burning humans at the stake and burning weed, then? If plants are sentient, then you're just firing them up. I got you, didn't I? Gotcha. Finally, I gotcha.
Oh, okay. But speaking of now that we're on the topic of vegetarianism because of my fucking stupid joke,
marijuana plants are already high anyway.
Ethically lab-grown fucking meat because that shit looks bomb. I want to 3D print my fucking face and my jock on a
feel the
steak
flame
in steak marbling. And fry it up. I don't know why I save these things. I can't personally be legally held responsible for the actions that I take here.
Are you sure about that?
Well, Tracy Harris once said.
There you go again.
Got one more joke. Got one more, and then it's done.
Yeah.
9 tons of ferns. I just noticed the name change.
Yeah, me too.
I'm still waiting for someone to post the clip because holy fuck.
Yeah.
I'm not in the chat really, so I can't post any clips. Not that I
How
would
weird
do
is
that
that?
anyway.
3
Yeah.
tons.
It's hard, HR. It's really hard.
I haven't even gone.
Someone would play some harmonica music to cheer me up.
The harmonica.
Nailed a motherfucking harmonica too.
The harmonica ended up in the kid's Easter basket.
Well, I must have worked 20 minutes to buy that fucking harmonica.
And the kid has been playing it.
And Shadow didn't play me a note.
The Shadow will not be playing the harmonica. The Shadow loved the pillowcase, though. I hated it, but he loved it.
There you go. There's some silver lining.
I would love to see someone attempt to play Rush E on harmonica.
I want to see him play That Ain't Jelly.
No.
Just FYI, Atheist Governor, they actually have special recording devices that they use to hear the noises that plants make when they're cut and whatnot, and it's frightening.
So
Yeah,
let's
but
go.
see, I take very good care of my plants. I already showed you. I can't show you again because YouTube doesn't like it. But you saw my plants. They're healthy.
Anyway,
is that the monkey I sent you?
This is the monkey you sent me. So I'm stroking my monkey. Yes, I'm stroking my monkey. Somebody mentioned stool earlier, so it's of course, and you're here, so I'm just stroking my monkey.
Do you know, Stephanie, that every story I write for OA's Discord, stool is in it? It might be a different stool, like Lord Stool.
I'll be right
or
back
somebody,
in a few minutes, so Mike, you can replace me for a bit.
It's a stool. I think I'm Stool's only patron, too.
Jack me back in. I'm rested, coming off the bench. What's the score here? What are we doing? What are we on offense, defense?
The score is we have one more Tracy Harris joke, and then.
Hey Jen, I'm gonna go ahead and take that speaking stick from you. You're in timeout. You've been
What do
going
you
buck
call-
wild for long enough, and I was backstage.
What do you call tons of Tracy
You were on
Harrises?
you take my spot on the bench. And you calm down for a minute, and you let everybody else talk to Tons. No one has been able to speak, and no one's ever talked to Tons. So let's use this time we have to speak with Tons for the first time ever.
Ponder this, Jen, while you sit quietly. What is a ton of Tracy Harrises called?
He poked the bear.
Oh no.
He poked the bear.
This is who I am. Ricky.
The meta brain, the galaxy, it's zooming out, it's swirling, there's nebulas. Okay.
Well, you know,
so
Tracy
can
Harris
I-
once said about a ton of Tracy Harrises.
I want to know what has been the Tons chat moment that broke you for a minute. Because I mean, I've had about 60
so
times where
many.
he's perfectly timed like a sound effect or something and gotten me killed.
Is this where I did North Korea? Where I was the Kim Jong-un or whatever? I was North Korea. And I kept just impersonating him and hitting people with that.
Or maybe the best pseudonym. The best Tons pseudonym.
Right. There's so many.
I think
Google
Google
Eats.
Google Eats is
That's a great one.
Yeah, the whole Google Eats series.
I still do Google Eats. Jen was in on some Google Eats, or the victim of some Google
I was
Eats.
the epicenter when you fucking made the McRib.
That was one of that's probably where Google Eats originated, was with Nick
Yeah, the
Rib and you. Props.
God. You know how impossible it is to watch any of those old streams? God, it's just like, what is this?
I play
Just what-
always.
We had a lot of fun, but it was unbearable to watch. I don't know how you guys enjoy this.
I
It's
played
not
that way clip
entertaining.
several times on her channel. The clip of her on Neil's show when he's asking her about what is it? It's fish fingers or something.
Sausage
like that.
fingers or something.
And you're just the look on her face. She just
Just like, okay.
what have I gotten myself into?
I think fish fingers and sausage fingers are two very different things.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll find it, HR. Actually, if you look on her Twitch, it would be in her chat video
Clips or whatever.
clips. Yeah,
Gotta be
Tom Green do a movie about sausage fingers.
Freddie got
fingers.
fingered.
I don't know.
Freddie got fingered. Yeah.
Tons is a master baiter, which is where he's a master at baiting
That's-
people into saying things and then clipping it.
What do you mean?
How
Somebody
dare you
must clip
accuse him
that.
of stuff without any kind of evidence?
Go to my clips page.
That's your page. You
I wish so
curated
much
that stuff.
I could
He's
do
not in
that.
control of that. Who knows where that stuff came from?
That is the greatest thing about Twitch, though. You
Yeah.
can clip parts of the show or the person, and they're totally out of context, and it's like, wow. There's one on Neil's Twitch about he's telling Swede for some reason to be quiet, and he says, "Shut up, nutbag," to Swede. I don't know what that's
Because he's a
about.
nutbag.
I love how your impression
What about-
of Neil is Hank Hill.
What about old Mikey? What was his name? Buttlube McDoob or something like that.
Oh,
Some-
Mikey Butt Plug.
No, that was some
What-
southern kind of voice you did or whatever, like your cousin from down south. I have to look to find it. I can
Oh,
tell you.
yeah. Yeah, I would drink a lot back then.
That's the excuse.
The hell you said.
Yeah, it was Bacardi, I think, is responsible for. I kind of remember what you're talking about, but I can't think of like it's there somewhere, but
I'm
I can't
telling
find
you,
it.
somebody go in the Twitch comments and
Look
it's in
over
there.
here.
But
I have a computer.
or something.
Oh shit! I didn't want to use that window.
I'm not on Twitch tonight.
You could always.
That was the deal with the after party. I X'd out of the window that I had already opened the link in. Goodbye.
Let's go to 604 Atheist videos. No videos. Where's our clips?
And you'll have to look in all the clips, of course. Not just
Reggie's putting the pink bears in the chat. Tons.
Pink bears, yeah.
Oh no.
Do you remember how pink bears happened?
You were drawing some biblical scene, I think it was, with a couple bears and some dudes about to get ate or whatever. And,
One
and you
dude.
want to know what color to make the bears, and I said pink. Obvious.
Wasn't it the she bears
No,
and the 42
no.
children?
Yes, it was the she bears and the 42 children getting mauled. I was drawing like a comic of that. And you
Mauled
went
asses,
over to
yes.
OA's channel and complained to her that I wouldn't make you pink bears before you ever asked me to make you pink bears.
I want you to make the bears you were drawing pink.
You didn't tell me that. You just went over to OA's channel.
Has to come whine at me.
I love the
I
fourth dimensional
wouldn't
play
do it.
here.
This is what we do.
So pink bears became a thing.
Now you have an emote, pink bears.
And the first emote I ever made for OA was a mouse.
With a
Holding-
cucumber in his hands.
Yep.
There he is.
Because I said on OA's channel with the knife man, if somebody poops out a cucumber, I was out.
Yep.
And that holds to this day.
That's why there's a turd and a cucumber emote that I drew for OA. If you go into
It's a mouse holding a cucumber. And I don't like cucumbers.
Well, now.
Y'all ever seen the knife videos? They're on YouTube, I guess, OA, whatever, where a guy makes a knife out of chocolate or whatever.
Yeah.
Really,
Yeah.
he does, doesn't he? And he do all these weird
Out
ass
of
tools.
smoke.
and a
Dude, the
random
smoke
pop
knife was
garbage
fucking
containers.
badass.
And he doesn't talk, and you wonder what's his apartment like? Is it full of knives or bodies?
Yes.
So you're responsible for pink bears. Are you also responsible for pink Godzilla? Because that shit slapped, bro. I have to give you a hand mice.
I don't remember that one.
Best work you've done.
Don't
Oh.
remember that. That was probably you, Jen.
Maybe when I was on.
Perhaps.
Ohio.
Perhaps.
Sounds like the work of a rebel.
There's so many clips in here. I can't even begin.
You need to have a show where it's all the clips. You guys in between. You gotta have a breaker.
Oh, is this? It'll be our bottle episode. Like me and Neil get like we're stuck in the elevator trying to go to like some
There you
atheist
go.
conference. It's like, hey, remember
Sitcom.
the time? And then we just go through the clips.
Remember that time I told Swede to shut the fuck up, nutbag?
Oh man, I should make a compilation episode.
Where has
I think-
Swede been tonight? I was hoping for Swede.
Is his team playing?
Probably.
Is there basketball going? I don't know.
I don't know.
No idea.
There's sports going somewhere.
Someone's sporting for sure, but I don't know
Surprised.
which one is sporting.
That's why I come to get rid of cable. They told me they were going to charge me $5 a month more for ESPN. I was like, I don't watch fucking sports. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Everybody's going to pay it. Turn it off.
Turn it off, then.
What
Come
am I
get your
gonna
box.
watch?
Come get your box.
What in the world am I going to watch? You know, I, of course, watch all the Netflix and Hulu. And all
You know
this.
what? So there were some guys, and I want to take my hat. I'm not going to, but I'd like to take my hat off to these gentlemen. They would like take the NFL games or the NBA games, and they would cut out all the commercials, cut out all the misses, and then you just get like this super cut of just like bucket, 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 and you could watch the whole game that way.
20 minutes.
12 was a long one. You know what I mean? If it was a blowout, it might be like a 7-minute game, 7-minute video. But then, you know, they would never make money off of these because obviously they would get copyright strikes. So they would just say, hey, we're selling merch, so we're not going to make anything off of the videos. Just buy like some T-shirts or something. Everybody wins. Boy, don't you know this season the NBA kicked off their own little shorts campaign. They got their own YouTube channel. They done set up the whole thing. And let me tell you something. They're not as good as the regular. They're not as good as the Pirates. They're not as good.
Let me tell you something. If disc golf would do that, disc golf would take the fuck off.
Yeah. I like watching the driving competitions, and I like hole-in-ones from disc golf.
I just disc golf, by the way, I got out twice this week and played 4 rounds.
Really?
My first time out this year.
Nice.
So,
Aliman
almost sore,
discs.
but, yeah.
I would
Almost
watch
sore,
Ollie
but
Man
I did
disc.
it all right.
You should have a channel on your channel.
GoPro, yeah.
Ollie does have a channel, by the way. He just doesn't post anything. Yeah.
No.
If you have an account, you have a channel. If you just like recap the disc golf world once a week, I'd watch that shit.
Oh yeah.
If it's just the hole-in-ones and then like some cool shit, I'll watch that. I'm not gonna watch the whole fucking match.
Mikey,
Look
look
at
at
the cool shit.
I don't
fucking
watch that stuff either, though. It's hard to find.
Mikey, look at what show we're on. We'll watch anything.
Right?
We will literally watch anything as long as the rest of us are also watching it. We're game.
Yep.
The paint dry show.
The paint drying competitions, the regionals.
I thought about like reading stories and like on Patreon or something like that. Just read the stories I wrote because I know you motherfuckers ain't gonna read nothing.
Why you gotta call us out?
Radio voice
Why you gotta call us out?
Mice, I would totally read your stories if there were pictures that helped me understand what those words meant.
Exactly.
The paint drying competition is like
They're not
watching
that good.
sailboat racing. So there you go. Same difference.
You're probably in one of those stories, Jen.
Didn't you have a nor'easter?
We done did have a nor'easter.
Did you feel the earthquake?
Nor'easter.
Put
Oh,
me
yeah,
out.
did you
Put
feel
me
the
out of
earthquake?
commission for 36 hours. It kind of sucked, but I did not feel the earthquake. I think I'm a wee bit too far down east.
We have earthquakes here in Illinois, Mike. Did you know?
Barely. We have
and
little tiny tremors.
And you know, me and my wife were talking about this. This explains ghosts. You know what I mean? Because people there are like these little micro, like in Illinois, we'll get like a 1.2, which is literally like someone slamming at a door.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, do we just have
Okay,
earthquakes
so-
and we made up ghosts like knocking around the house? It's like, no, your fucking house is moving because the ground is moving. But that is fantastical to think about, that the ground is moving.
It is.
So you know what? Ghosts
Oh,
make
I
more
lived in-
sense than earthquakes, I guess.
I lived in Hollywood and I worked up in a tall ass building in the middle of an earthquake, and I actually saw the ground buckling for like a good couple minutes.
Really?
No,
I feel the building swaying though.
Oh, and the building was swaying.
I live at the bottom of the New Madrid Fault. I'm sure Mikey knows the New Madrid. And I've never felt an earthquake. We have tremors like that, 3-something, whatever on Richter, all the time. But I've never felt one. But now motherfucking tornadoes, I can show you my video I took of the last one, the EF3 that ate the fucking mall.
Oh,
wow.
I hate tornadoes.
It was the most beautiful thing I ever saw. I wrote a story about that. That's on the Patreon. That's the story of the Atheist Inner Circle wristbands.
They're
Okay,
remaking
always got
Twister. Anybody see
I
that?
saw
They're
that.
remaking
It's called
Twister.
Twisters.
Man, how are they gonna mess up Twister?
It digs up the Twister digs up Bill Paxton's body out of the ground and flies off.
See, you need Chet. You need Chet. Well, I call him Chet still from what the movie where they made that woman.
Is the cow gonna be there? Can the cow be in the trailer?
The skeleton of the cow with meat peeling off of it.
Yeah. Can it be the same cow? I don't think cows live that long, but can it be an old cow?
If I was the director, I would put in a skull of a cow, just the little skull thing. You see those, and as a joke, as an Easter egg.
I'm pretty sure that was a digital cow.
It was like the first digital cow.
Which means it could be the same cow.
Yeah, I would like that same exact cow animation.
If I was in the
on
chat,
trailer.
if I was in the chat right now, my name would be Same Cow.
Good night, Ollie, man.
Hey everyone, yeah, I'm
cow.
saying good night. It's late out here on the East Coast, and I'm
And
starting
good-
to fall asleep.
Good smoking with you, Ollie.
Yeah. Yes.
Hey,
Thanks
before
for
you
sharing,
go,
tons.
Throw the ball.
What?
Throw the ball.
No, the dog's sleeping, dude. Well,
He's not- he's
You
not
can
sleeping
go
where he
after
was.
it. We didn't say the dog had to go after it. We just said say, throw the
is
fucking
he in
ball.
there?
Yeah, he's moving
comfortable
around
on
on the
the
couch.
He's
He's
comfortable though. Just leave him
Uh-huh.
alone. He's chilling.
Chilling out, man.
He'd be
I don't
happy
even
with
know
the
where
ball.
it is. I don't even know where it is, so I can't.
Ollie,
I'm
Ollie
sure
can-
he knows where it is if I was to mention it.
Ollie conceals the ball. He got tired of throwing
Even
the
Emma
ball,
wants to
so now
watch
he
you throw the
hides
ball
it.
for Boomer.
Yeah, it's getting thick.
All right, guys, have a good one. Cheers.
Later, dude.
Peace.
Yeah.
Bye, Nick. Bye. Bye, Ollie.
All right, Neil. Neil's probably downstairs having a smoke.
Probably.
By the way, I changed my name to honor Tons of Mice's request.
Same Cow Jen.
Do you want to know where I got the name Sam Cow
Same
Jen?
cow.
Well, you see, this one time, Tons of Mice once said,
There you go. And
In
so
the-
it lives.
In the
Next-
spirit of tons.
Now people's screen names will become things that I say.
Just like every other bit of lore that you've
I like
contributed to
it.
over the years.
I like that right there. In the spirit of Jen. That's my name now. In the spirit of Jen.
I love
more chapters of the Cornfield Bow story to write, and I know kind of what they are. You got to not until you write them, but I just never have the time. You got to be kind of in the mood, to sit down and write something.
That is true. You do need to be in the mood. What are we talking about?
Yeah. To create, you have to whatever it is that satisfies that part of your brain. You need to be in that mental state.
I've never done anything creative. I wouldn't know.
I love that nobody's noticed my name.
Oh, we have. We just haven't said anything.
Are you, LF, are you any of the people in OA's Twitch chat that has changed their name? Like, was it Tons of Penguins and tons of some other shit? I don't know.
There's a tons of cats, and there's a tons of swans.
I am not tons of cats.
Not
There's
swans.
tons of swans.
Hold on.
We all know you love Teal Swan so much.
Denial.
Tons of swans doesn't exist anymore. I will just give you that.
Oh, it doesn't exist anymore? Okay.
How would you know
that?
How would I know that? Well, I'll put it to you this way. There's a reason why Kestrelbot is following you on Twitch, OA.
I still need to get a swan somewhere and paint it teal and
I didn't
send
even
it
know
to
they
you.
were following me.
Tons of swans might be gone.
Someone once sent me a teal-colored swan that was a game piece.
If someone sent me a teal-colored swan in the mail, I would assume an assassin is coming to kill me that night. Like I just assume that the Yakuza has found me and they want their money and they're just like, send them the swan.
Yeah,
they're after your frequencies.
Probably fair bet right there, yeah.
Everyone
like
look
either
out.
after your frequencies.
Swan, Michael Fassbender told me.
I was like, does this mean John Wick 4 is about me? Like, what does this mean? Like, I don't know what this is.
It's that enigmatic. I can't say that word.
Enigmatic.
Part of Blade Runner.
Origins.
Where there's a tiny unicorn, but it's a turquoise swan.
I would just tape it back up, return to sender. Baby, pack up the shit. We're out of here.
LF, doesn't Teal Swan paint?
She paints frequency paintings
and everything.
Up until about a couple years, up until she had her hysterectomy,
Hi, Ollie.
she painted what were called Yoni paintings.
We need to buy one of those and like give it to Neil or somebody. Oh
my god!
We already talked about eyeballs coming out. Let's not talk about Teal Swan's Yoni paintings.
We have a new member.
Okay.
Robin Webster.
Robin Webster, new member.
Is Toolsmith still out there? My son?
No.
I don't know if y'all heard
Not that
that.
I've seen.
I told you they wouldn't get it.
He's not a late nighter. But yes, that was the big quiz was who is my son that's in the chat all the time. And he
don't say anything.
Toolsmith.
We've
all given it away about 10 times by now.
I don't think
I'm proud of my son. I'm not ashamed or whatever,
I don't think they were paying attention. That's why.
I don't think he's a very much of he's an early to bed kind of guy. Like the new model.
Tons of Uranus.
That's
I didn't tighten
Tons of Uranus.
Sounds like doorknob, man.
Secular health department should be alerted.
Anytime someone says Uranus online, Neil deGrasse Tyson like perks up, like he gets like a mind ping, and he's like, "It's Uranus."
Tons of Dysons.
So
unless you're talking
really,
about the town up on I-44 in Missouri,
That
where they
is
have the
Uranus.
Uranus fudge factory.
Yes.
Some people actually call it Uranus, which would make sense because that's probably where Pea Bucket comes from.
I call it.
Well, anyways, we've learned that Tons of Swans is gone, but Flock of Seagulls is back in.
Yeah.
I forget.
HH, do you like weird museums?
Oh no.
Wapakoneta, Ohio, y'all.
Ember.
Wapakoneta is where Neil Armstrong was from, who supposedly walked on the moon. But yeah, he walked on the moon. So they've got a museum there. It's like a look over off the highway, and it's like a dome kind of deal. Google it or whatever. But you go inside, and it's like 1975 because they got like posters of Soviet crap on the wall. They got a capsule in there and all that. It is the lamest museum ever, but it was just fantastic to be there. Oh.
Those are two conflicting statements.
Not when you're me.
Boom.
You wrecked him.
Damn near killed him.
You wrecked him. Yeah.
So I think I saw that like they did more photos of like Neptune and Uranus to like kind of, because they're both kind of like blue and kind of you can't really tell the difference. So they got like better photography on it. And it turns out they look even closer than what we thought before. So like upon further review, they're more similar than they were apart than we thought previously.
That makes me think, Mikey, when I was in high school in Toledo and a senior and taking an astronomy class, they had an observatory out, I don't know, somewhere we went to, and they had like a 16-inch telescope.
That's awesome.
I didn't see Uranus or Uranus or whatever, but I saw, or Neptune, but I saw Saturn, and they could barely make out the rings as I remember it. Of course, it was a long time ago. Yeah. And I think I'm going to say from now on, that was the moment I became an atheist. When I realized how big the universe is. I mean, later on, I read the Bible, like I said, and read about the Bible. That's why I tell people don't read just the Bible, read books about the Bible, Bart Ehrman, right, or something like that. And I'm going to now say it was when I saw Saturn in that telescope.
Just saw Stephanie's new background. That's great.
And I'm flipping that.
Very nice.
Hi, Shy.
Hi, Shy.
Who is that on the right,
Hey, Shy.
Stephanie? Mine, you're real small on mine, so I can't quite make out. Those are like biblical quotes.
That's Plato and Aristotle.
Oh, sure.
Hanging out on the moon.
Yeah.
As you do.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
They've been there a while, you know.
Plato and Aristotle, but I did do that in college.
Tons, you heard about the Greek philosopher who had his underwear ripped, right? He said, Euripides, Euripides.
Yeah. I've been meaning to get back to the Greeks, Plato, Aristotle, Sophocles, all this stuff with my reading.
And Uranus. Don't forget Uranus.
But I'm the kind of person like, I don't know, you can't see it, but there's books about Shiloh over here. I have every goddamn book that's ever been written, you know. So whenever there's a subject, I just get all the books and read all the books. I told you my friend in Ohio is hearing voices and glean God and such. And I've already read 2 or 3 books about people who hear voices. Joan of Arc. They always have just common stories in there about some person that was hearing voices, and people deal with that differently. But apparently it's almost like, I don't want to say 2% maybe of the population, but I could be wrong. A lot of scotching, you know.
Schizophrenia is fun.
Right. A lot of times it's schizophrenia, but sometimes it's caused by childhood trauma, like sexual trauma or something like that, obviously. And the weird thing is the voices evolve, where at first they're sort of on your side, and then they turn against you and tell you to kill yourself or kill some other people, that kind of thing. But think about that the next time you're in the store. Who's hearing voices?
Sorry, Dr. Tapioca Weasel. You don't get
buy the butter.
Anything.
That's not fair.
YouTube also runs fucking commercials during the show too, like, so I don't even know what the fuck.
I don't know why I don't get them. I don't get it. I don't get a single
You
commercial.
have premium.
You a member?
I don't.
Say if you
No.
pay.
Ad blocker?
I don't. No.
I'm a member, so I don't get.
I have none of that either, and I haven't been getting them, so maybe it's just on select channels or something. I don't know.
Shadow has you on some kind of. The Shadow has you on some kind of military internet, HR. No doubt about it. Play the fucking harmonica.
What the fuck?
Is that Reggie? Yeah. Reggie's great because he'll give everybody in the damn Twitch chat a membership.
Oh, yeah.
Regios is awesome.
Good
people.
Yeah, for sure.
I think I'm just hearing him first time.
Oh, we have 2 doctors in the chat, Doc Fearsome and Dr. Tapioca.
Am I dying?
Yeah, where's Dr. Ben?
I think Dr. Ben is
Not
lurking.
Dr.
He
Ben.
said
I was say he was here earlier. But...
Yeah.
He was. He also said he had a headache, so he wasn't going to join the party.
I thought about wearing my I'm Bob t-shirt because I
shit.
actually bought one, which was Dr. Ben's thing. They sold him on his whatever. I bought one, but the letters have worn off even more than this Dig on America shirt.
Question: is anyone here part of the Peepus cult? Raise your hand if you're part of Dr. Ben's Peepus cult.
I'm all about the Peepus. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Dr. Peepus.
Oh yes.
I'm going to Peepus.
Biden's laptop has a subscription to this channel now.
Thank you. Thank you, Echios. The war has begun. Oh no, the war has
I
begun.
was in the chat earlier. I don't know.
Everyone's going to be a member. Memble.
We can't talk. There's so many gifted subs going around. I don't know if we don't know how to talk. We don't know what happens when people do this. What are we supposed to say, Neil? What do we do?
Thanks.
Thank you. Wait, I know what to do. I know exactly what to do.
The Tale of Memble by Neil the 604 Atheist.
Here we go.
'Twas a day quite nimbly and wimbly upon the cloud.
I love that one. I was the one who snapped the one with Neil Father's cigarettes in his mouth. That was me. You're welcome.
Yeah, you sent it over to me. Where's the? Oh, let me see where Josh is.
I still haven't figured out how to accept membership.
You probably already. You don't do anything.
Oh.
You have to turn on to be able to accept them somewhere in your settings.
Yeah, like Native Atheist is now also a member and a moderator. So,
Coolsmith was never had a blue wrench, I want to say, and I think he's green now because he's a member or whatever. But he never got himself a blue wrench.
We're just amused that everyone over here on YouTube has got a wrench, but apparently you don't trust us enough to have swords over on Twitch. We hand out wrenches.
I don't even know how to do that. So.
But no swords for us.
That's what my seventh wife said. Didn't trust us to have swords.
Were the first 12 named Mary? I just want to know.
No, I don't think there's been any Marys. I like Kims.
That's the biblical. They were all Mary at the beginning of.
Right at the tomb, Mary, and Mary.
Okay, that's a good point. Since there's so many biblical Marys, is Martha the Mary of the DC universe? Hear me out. What did you say the name?
People use the same names. I know, like certain authors. Catherine Ann Porter uses Maria and something else. And different stories, different people. You know what I mean, the same names, different people in different stories. So maybe what's up with the Gospels. Well, I would like this fucking name Mary. What else will her fucking name be? Mary.
Everybody knows a Mary.
Does Marie count?
I'm trying to think. I don't
It's a variation on Mary.
I know a Mary would.
I think
I know Mary.
Everyone knows a Mary, but there's only 5 sad Vanessas, and there's only one Vanessa to get to every Mary every 2.5 seconds.
There's too many goddamn gens.
You know how many transgender gens I know, including myself?
3.
No.
Oh, I forgot about you.
Way fucking more. Up that number like about 20 times.
60.
I was not even thinking of you, Genesis. I was looking at OA because that's a joke we have is that she's named Jen. And
Dave calls me Jen.
Yeah, Dave calls her Jen.
Even though Dave knows my real name, like my actual legal name.
Sure thing, Jen.
What?
I got you, Dave.
But it wasn't about you, Genesis. It really wasn't. I would never slam the Revenant, the voice of the Revenant, the mind behind.
Alright, someone say the fucking name. Let's go. Let's party. Let's fucking go.
Funnily enough, I found a bunch of the old Net One Hero music that I made for us, like in a folder, and I was like, "Oh,
dude, we never finished the fucking collab."
I was like, "This was when we were in the actual dungeon with the actual dragon."
Mikey made a song for me one night.
Yeah,
Mikey, do you remember making the song for me one night, and I got to name it? I called it Stew.
Yep.
Stew. Because Cornfield Bo turns the local children into stew.
Nice.
I didn't know that's why it was called.
Yeah, sure.
I thought it was stewed pickles, but no, it's
I would
like
think
stewed children. Oh,
I would think Cornfield Bow would turn the children into chowder, but that's just me.
Corn chowder.
I will redeem Cornfield Bow. I predict he will come back and be a celebrated character.
Or do y'all
He
remember
already
the
is.
Chow Chowder, by the way?
Well, I mean, in a good
Holy
way.
crap.
Okay.
Respectable member of the community, Cornfield Bow. Mayor Bow.
Thank you so much,
Yay.
Native Atheist. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Just not Cornfield Bow's not allowed on trains anymore. Tons. I have a special guest
Oh,
who has a
no.
message for you
Oh.
about harmonicas.
Uh-oh.
That was wrenching.
I appreciate the harmonica, but I have no idea how to use those things.
Did you hear him?
That's what my 10th wife said. I have
That's
no
what
idea
he
how to
said.
use those things.
No idea how to use those things.
That's funny.
You just stick it in your mouth and blow.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's something that my third wife said.
My grandfather played the harmonica. That was from his dresser when he died in 2005. I never heard him play the harmonica, but why would he have them in his dresser?
To listen to a master.
I don't know.
Maybe it's code.
Roger Daltrey is on tour this summer, 80 years old
What
out
the
there,
hell?
and he plays the fucking harmonica.
Doesn't
What happened
Willie
to
play
Mike?
one?
Oh, there you go.
He keeps popping it out.
Yeah,
Doesn't
my-
Willie Nelson
damn.
play a harmonica?
Get a goddamn internet connection.
I'm a
Mike.
Who
Come
fan,
on.
Mikey. I don't know.
I don't. What's
live
the
in the
Who's
smallest town in
songs? I don't
Illinois.
really know the Who. What's the Who's songs? I probably know them. I just don't know their names.
Bob
Don't get fooled
O'Reilly,
again.
which everybody knows as Teenage Wasteland.
Don't get fooled again.
Don't Get
Tommy,
Fooled
just the
Again.
entire rock opera. Tommy.
I mean, you're
Well,
asking a
Who are you? That's a great one. Who are you?
yeah, who the fuck
And-
are you?
Can't explain. Can't explain.
515 is a great song.
905
Love Rain or Me is a great song.
Had Enough off of
Yeah,
Quadrophenia.
yeah.
Me.
I
Boris
just
the
don't
Spider.
remember how the hell this whole
And Boris the
harmonica thing
Spider.
started to where
oh,
Tons
yes, and-
actually sent me a harmonica in the mail or sent labeled with a label maker the shadow for the shadow.
But not
Also,
Love.
Pictures of Lily, which is
Pictures of
Yes.
Love.
really a
Yeah,
classic.
yeah.
The late,
It is a
great
good one.
Keith Moon, I believe, doing vocals on that. It might have been Ant Whistle, but right now I'm going to say Keith Moon.
Wait, who?
The Tommy album was really that was the shit back in the day. The Tommy album.
The last concert I saw was with Toolsmith. It was in Memphis. It was The Who. It went maybe a year ago in May, I want to say. And I mean, I am a big Who fan. I saw him first in '81, but that was the sound was bad or something. Daltrey, he is 80 years old now. He would have been 78 or 9 then. And his vocals they were just too loud, or maybe I was in a bad position in the theater. I don't know. But Townsend could sing and such, and it didn't sound out of bad or whatever.
Question:
You know.
If Pete Townsend became a doctor, would he be Doctor Who?
No.
You know, I got the name Doctor Who because Tons of Mice once said.
I started watching Doctor Who this past winter. I got on a BritBox or whatever, and I got into the cartoon. It's a black and white fucking cartoon, and I stopped watching it or whatever. Right? Maybe I'll get back to it or something. Can anyone help me? It's a black and white cartoon. We ain't talking Rick and Morty here. Mick and Morty.
I
I'm looking.
think the animated.
The guy who plays the recorder, because they lost the episodes. I'm told by a guy at work.
Yeah, they
Did-
lost the episodes and they're running the audio from the original episodes.
Right, with a cartoon
With the
gone
black
over
and
it.
white animation to replace the lost footage.
How do I get through that without putting a gun in my fucking head?
Terms of service. Terms of service.
There's this little icon thing that'll show up when you mouse over the video. It has a triangle with a bar beside it. That skips past the whole fucking episode.
That's sex thing. Mikey, I was gonna have the video of the Wizard of Oz say, "Don't look behind the man behind the curtain" on a TV or something, and tease you with the audio. Oh, the audio's coming on, Mikey Freeman. Look out! Oh,
No. There's a podcast I used to really enjoy. Two Stupid Wizards and or Two Very Bad Wizards. Very Bad Wizards. That's what it is. Very Bad Wizards. And that they use that Wizard of Oz clip in there. It's like you're a bad man. He's like, I'm not a bad man. I'm just a very bad wizard.
I should probably send the granddaughter the word Frank Oz's book. Frank Baum's books. Frank Oz, the Muppet Man. Frank Baum's books of the Wizard of Oz, and there's a three or four that follow it.
There are that calls for a Yoda voice right there.
The Wizard does Las Vegas, something like that.
Can I just outright say it? Because I've read most of them to my wife as bedtime stories. It's a thing, I'm cute. There's way too many Wizard of Oz books. Way too fucking many. And half of them are terrifying.
It's like we just got Durante Lamar scheduled.
Nice.
Not this coming Saturday, but the one following, it looks like. So.
And also, if you guys have your compadres on the internets and they haven't been initiated, if they haven't shared their story yet, get them in contact with us. Tell them don't be bashful. Don't be
P-Bucket
bashful.
claims to be an atheist. I could get him on. He's insane.
Don't be
P-Bucket.
I don't think. Yeah.
I don't think we're ready for that.
I don't know if any of us are ready for P-Bucket.
I don't even know who P-Bucket is, really.
P-Bucket is the dude I work with who has an assault weapon, an AR-15, in his truck, and he has anger issues, Neil. He's just always pissed off about this or that. Assault weapons
kind of guy.
and anger issues and a hair trigger. What could go wrong?
And he
Sounds
asked
like
to
me without
pee,
the ARs.
but you have to explain. He asked to pee in the cleaning lady's cleaning bucket.
Yeah,
And that's where he
that was
gets
like
the
2
name.
years ago, and that's right. And he told me he made the mistake of telling me about this story, and it was like 5 minutes later, P-Bucket. And for the last 2 years, whatever it's been, P-Bucket.
You got another purchase
P-Bucket
there.
News.
Ian Davenport.
Ian Davenport with Australian 10 buckaroonies. Thank you, Ian. Appreciate you.
And I'm trying to kind of ease P-Bucket out right now because of his anger issues and other things.
Right.
Easing
I would
out
have just
the
given him
door.
the bucket.
So that means he'll probably murder me sometime soon.
Oh no!
Because I was the only one that knew he had the damn AR out in his truck, and I don't even know it was in his truck. He claimed it was in his truck, and I believe it was fucking in his fucking truck.
Ian, thank you for the super sticker. $10 Aussie
Just
super
said that.
sticker. Thank you.
I'm muted. I'm not muted. Oh boy.
Don't you always want to pop OA's bubbles? Don't you just want to pop those fucking bubbles?
Is that what you're calling it now?
Hey,
I mean,
Neil,
break out of the
I
bubble
am
when you
no
can pop it.
nude model.
Nude
model?
Not
What?
anymore.
Damn.
You know how Facebook once in a while they say this is your memory from 10 years ago. I go, and I guess I posted this. I don't remember doing it, but I guess I have a pretty decent vocabulary until I see boobs. Then I just sound like Chewbacca.
That's good.
Anyone else in the
Peepus.
Peepus cult?
Peepus.
Oh, nice.
Why did it zoom
Disposable
down? I
penis.
have no control of this.
Jen, most
I have a
Southern people
Dr.
like the
Venus
Coke.
mug.
I'm in
Southern.
Colorado right now, so I currently identify as a Floridian stuck in the Midwest.
Well, most Southern people I know, they like the Coca-Cola.
Cokes.
Up here
Yeah,
too.
well, here's why.
Up
Here's
north.
why.
I
I'll
like
tell you
the
this
Coke.
right now. Right? Us Southern people like Coca-Cola because it's quite a bit warmer, right? Down in the south. And Pepsi uses less syrup than Coca-Cola. So, it's not as flavorful when it's all warm up. So when you
Why,
get the barbecue,
I
you
give
want-
way to
you
my
want
Canadian
Coca-Cola.
friends who would know how much syrup is in something. But they people down here, they always say the Pepsi is too sweet, which to me would
Yes,
imply it's got
it
more
is.
syrup in it.
It's
That's
just-
why
it's
I
less
love
sweet
it
to
like
me, but
blood
maybe I'm
itself.
fat. I might just be fat.
Less carbonation, more syrup.
I'm glad we're all being rational here. No one's being polarizing. We're not being tribalistic. We're using our, superior.
And jerk a rotten hell for Pepsi.
Yeah.
I only drink Trump water.
Well,
Personally, I prefer Coke, but I appreciate that you're purchasing Pepsi, considering that the only stock I own is the Pepsi stock I inherited when my grandparents died.
How we know HH
I'm
is rich
keeping your
with
dream
Pepsi
alive,
dough.
He's in the
That's
deep
right.
pockets of. He's in the pockets of deep Pepsi.
Deep Pepsi.
Big Pepsi.
But-
So with
Drink
hold on,
Pepsi.
with the eclipse coming up, because Tons, you're in the path of totality, right?
Totality, yeah.
Dude, you got to get me some footage. And there's a few people that have like some decent videos out there, but there's a bunch of cool stuff that happens all at the same time, like that you have to like look around
Within 2 minutes.
Yeah, you have to like not want to look at the very cool disc and like look around at other stuff. And like with the animals get so weird.
Not a lot of animals around here. Like maybe some cats and a few dogs.
Like even if you have like crickets and shit, like I think the one in 2017 was like it was like crickets and birds because it was the middle of the day. All of them got quiet. It gets very, very like everyone, all the animals go to bed. They're like, oh.
Well, Pastor George thinks it's going to be cloudy here, so I probably won't see jack shit.
Oh, that's.
Then
we need to get some. Everybody, go get your box fans. Point them up at those clouds.
Hey, that's the far away. Everyone shoot the sky.
That's why I said.
Walk out, shoot the sky.
The son and I, my kid, we hauled ass across Missouri during the last 2017 eclipse, and we ended up in Columbia, which I don't know how many hundreds of miles that was, but it must have been a ways.
Me and my ex, we were in DeSoto, which is like 50 miles south of St. Louis, and then you were like 100 miles west.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Of St. Louis.
I watched the last eclipse while my truck was on the lift at the muffler shop. I was standing in the parking lot with a welding mask.
There's a memory.
Nice. That's
What I
perfect.
did, dude.
That's exactly what you need.
Got my passive
Exactly.
hood out, looked director episode.
Well, like I said earlier, I
Cheaters.
saw the
Cheaters.
one in 2017 in the parking lot of a bowling alley in Columbia, Missouri.
Yeah.
Not where I planned.
If any of you guys are anywhere near that path of totality, even if it's like a 1-2 hour drive, it is 1000% worth it. Make the drive. It is worth it.
I
You
waited
will
almost 60 years before I saw a total eclipse, which, like I say, was a few years ago now.
Yeah.
I would
60
make
fucking years. 55, I suppose.
I would make.
I remember seeing one where I live in, I think in the early 90s. It was amazing.
And remember, Christ is coming back with his bride, Mariah Carey, at this eclipse.
See, that's what I was gonna get to. I would make the trip to see this if it weren't for the fact that I'm gonna be busy looking on Twitter all day to just look at all the nut jobs, like freaking the shit.
We will do good by you, Jen.
Tons. There's a world-renowned physicist, I believe, that was on a hike, and he saw 3 waterfall, and that turned him from atheist to Christian. I think his name is Crick. Frank Crick.
Yeah, one of the polio
The
guys,
genome.
I think. Watson and Crick or whatever.
DNA.
DNA.
Crick and Watson.
Damn, those have been like crazy fucking water, dude.
Yeah, well, that's okay because he also shoved Rosalind Franklin aside. So I get that part too.
I come at the Bible with more of a historical approach. I got my degree in philosophy in 1995. Useless. And but then I started reading history, and I read a shitload of fucking history, and I read a lot more of that, and of course literature too, than I read philosophy. So I come at the Bible as where did the scriptures come from, and the oral tradition, and all this crap, more from like a Bart Ehrman, sort of Robin Lane Fox, even people like that.
I mean, you can debate people with that for a while, but like sooner or later it's like I was doing this shit since 2013. You can't get through to these. They recycle the same arguments all the time. Yeah,
They don't know that their arguments have already been defeated. They all think that their old argument is brand new. It's like
that's
not even a good.
You know
one.
how many people I
Let's
know
just put
who
it this
don't
way.
know Kent Hovind at all, but still recite his 100 reasons why evolution is bullshit. Fucking sermon.
Almost
Let's
in
just
order.
Let's just put it this way: these arguments have been going on for 2,000 years.
Right.
They're not going to go away tomorrow. They're just not going to go away tomorrow. And it's not just between people that don't believe in any God at all. They can't even agree on the God they believe in. It's just
in the South,
useless.
Why I'm an atheist.
In the South, their theology is so weak. I mean, the woman at work asked me, "You believe in God?" And I said, "Which one?" She said, "The one in heaven." Well, no shit.
That one, huh?
You think that one, huh?
Oh, that one. I believe in Uranus. Because at least with the Uranus story, you get this whole thing about he was the son of Gaia, and their kid cut off his nuts, threw him into the ocean, and out sprang Venus.
Coconuts.
I mean, isn't that more fun?
I would think if anything in the universe could be a god, or I don't know if I'd say that, it would be stars. How do you know stars aren't alive? The sun is alive.
That's a good point.
Sun cancer, but
I'm going to continue to just
Sun
believe
cancer?
in the acting of Al Pacino.
Roasted nuts.
Well, the sun is dragon food on Monday, so there you go.
The universe is dust and gas spinning around motherfucking shit, and it forms a sun and then planets, maybe, and life and
Dude,
so that's what you are.
You've got part of the beginning of our universe inside you right now.
Giggity.
All of us do.
You got
the old
what that is? Holy crow! I was wondering.
I think I lost mine in the last trip to the restroom.
You got the whole. You got the universe in your hole.
Everything is.
Oh no, not again.
Sit there.
That's why I can't sit properly.
I've been having a sciatica pain. That makes a lot of sense.
See, I had kidney stones a couple months ago, so was that my?
Get the donut pillow.
I've had kidney stones.
Not a fun.
And the frozen peas.
Were you
Not a fun way
lithotripped?
to go.
Michael, did you get lithotripped?
Yeah, yes, I did. Yeah. Well, no, I got lithotripped.
Wow,
but
I
then
got a big butt.
I woke up to my
I
ex
cannot
crying
lie.
over me saying it didn't work.
They doped me up for the lithotripsy, but they couldn't do it because the stones were near the bone or something like that.
Artery.
I swear
Mine
that's
were
what
near
they
an-
said.
Mine were near an artery, so they couldn't do it.
Pelvis or something.
Can I?
So they had to go after it, right? With the
hold it.
clipper
Your
thing.
balls
you
are
know?
near an artery?
Oh
Roller
no!
rooter.
They just planted a stent. They gave me a stent, and that was worse than
I'm
anything
lost.
else because the removal of the
Exactly.
stent.
Kidney stone. Neil, not-
When we had this thing on Twitter, didn't we? When they removed my kidney stone stent, I was conscious. I laid back, and they soaped me up, and they pulled this stent out of my dick like a
Fast.
magician with a rabbit trick. Whoosh.
Yeah, I say like a baby coming out. He pulled it out. He yanked it up in the air like it was a baby. I was like, "What the hell?" But worst part, when he said he was going to do it, I looked out through the window. I was like, "The hospital's over there, doc," because we were in his little office. I said, "The hospital's over there," and he said, "No hospital."
I'm not
And
going
he
to
was
get into.
He was Asian.
I'm not
He
going to
just
get
reached down
into
and yanked it.
removing stuff from tubes and cavities.
Can I show and tell real quick before this gets any bluer?
Oh no!
Wait! Whoa! So it doesn't involve catheters.
Absolutely not.
My vasectomy by Mikey Famine.
Go ahead then.
So here's my endoscopic surgery. No, I'm just kidding. So you guys know I play video games, and Call of Duty is one of the games. And then there's this channel called Call of Shame, and Call of Shame catches people who cheat, like popular streamers who cheat at Call of Duty. It's just a little niche thing that I just enjoy. So this was on Easter, right? Like, he has risen the king, la da da da. Dude, you make videos about the most toxic fucking video game in the history of Earth. Yet here we go with the he is risen bullshit. So I'm like, whatever. I just made a little comment here. Disappointedly rolls eyes an atheist. And I didn't think it was that big of a deal. But apparently I started a firestorm.
Oh no.
Longshot over here says, imagine being so arrogant that you assume you know all there is to know. Good luck with that. Now, when I said disappointedly rolls eyes an atheist, didn't you guys receive that as me telling everyone on the planet that I have supreme knowledge?
Obviously.
Clearly, that's what I said. I said, wouldn't happen to have any evidence with that straw man argument, would you?
The fact that Kristen married you, that proves you have supreme knowledge. Somehow.
Or she can't see very well at a close or far.
Shout out to Kristen.
Yeah, she's reading quietly in the other. She said, "You're cute, Tons."
Oh.
So watch your back.
I'm already watching for P Bucket.
P Bucket's on your case. I'm gonna hire P Bucket.
So there is not a 0% chance that P Bucket will murder people at work next week. I mean, unalive them at work.
Oh Lordy,
unalive bullets.
So
in Minecraft, of course.
In Minecraft on GTA. So then Alex jumps in. Imagine being so arrogant that you also assume you know the quote unquote truth. Get him, Alex. Yeah, Alex has my back.
Yeah.
This guy is my favorite here. Creation is evidence.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Look at the trees.
Everything in the universe is created. Okay. According to him, every building has a builder. Every
here we go.
painting, a painter. Even the first law of thermodynamics supports a creator.
How?
DNA cannot have just been just a random
code.
occurrence. It's actual. No, Neil. He says it's actual code.
In this regurgitation of what's his face, he's leaving out that bananas are made perfectly for hands.
The atheist nightmare.
The atheist's nightmare. The banana.
You know what though? Just grant him the prime mover, because how do you get from there to Bible, Jesus, and God?
But he's
How do you
not
get
done.
from prime
But he's
mover?
not. But he's not done. To deny capital G, capital O, capital G. That's a different guy. Is to deny your own existence. So when I set up here, disappointedly rolls eyes an atheist, what I was actually saying was, I deny my own existence.
Yes.
Well, as somebody down here in the South, where the word atheist is like the worst word you can say, I try to get him like this. I say, do you believe in every God that was ever made? You know, the thousands of gods. Well, no, of course not. There's only one fucking God. Well, then you're an atheist too. I don't even go I'm one more than you. I don't need that. All I need is
more God.
Well, yeah, I go one more God. That's a famous thing. But I go, you're an atheist too. I've had this on OA's channel, I believe, on Twitch one night with a guy. Oh no, I believe in a God, but you don't believe in that God, you know, Thor or Odin, or whoever the fuck.
And what would they call you, sir?
And so they're like, well, no, I'm not an atheist. And it's just amazing because they hate that word.
I am not an atheist.
This is why I think there are many agnostics. Oh, it's not the same.
But before you continue, I just got to say, do you think the disconnect is people hear that Jesus was a carpenter and they're like, that's where all the buildings come from?
Builder. iframe right there. So Famesy says, I don't believe in God or religion. But what you said is very disrespectful. If some people believe in God and religion, that's their choice. And you have to respect that. You can't come on here and make comments like that. You believe in what you want to believe in and let others believe in what they want to believe
So
in.
he's standing for people who stand for God.
You respect the people, but you don't respect their opinion.
Well,
so I says,
you know,
Call of Duty has no Christian values to its credit. Christians who were serious about their religion would not be sitting on YouTube watching people shoot each other. I'm allowed to say whatever I want. I kept it snarky without being mean until Mumbo and Jumbo decided to jump in.
I'll bet Bible Boy don't play no fucking.
And then he says perfectly, oh, this must be new.
Call of Duty.
But dude, the amount of amens and Bible verses that are like from the wrong testament. And like, it's just crazy. So there you go. So even if you are a guy who likes to jump online and scream racial epithets at the top of your lungs on Call of Duty for countless hours,
isn't that
and then
everybody?
You can follow all of your favorite content on YouTube, and then hey, look, you'll even get a friendly reminder that Zombie Jesus is stealing the pagan Easter holiday this weekend. And you can just hang out and like this post because content.
I got a beef with Easter this year, by the way. It's kind of related to all this, but kind of not. That also has to do with people flooding my notifications with amen. And that is the coincidental fucking Trans Day of Visibility falling on Easter. And since I'm a trans creator who's like outspoken, fucking got so many arguments. I hate it.
Well,
Biden's trying to turn us
good-
gay and trans. Oh no!
The good thing is next year Easter is on 4/20, so you know we'll have something.
And in 2029, it's April Fool. I think it's 2029. In a few years, it's April Fool's Day. So nailed it.
It floats.
But at this point, there's more evidence for like eras of discord existing than there is for any fucking Abrahamic, fucking monotheistic, fucking apocalyptic god.
I say on that
Case in
weekend
point.
you celebrate everybody who turns 34 on the weekend that Jesus died when he was 33.
Case in point, all
that might not be true,
All
though.
of like the chaos going on today perfectly aligns with Eris from Hellenism. Think about it. Republicans are now supporting communist Russia.
Yeah.
And Christians are now praising a guy who put his name on the Bible. Chaos. Eris has more validity to her story with a stupid golden apple than fucking anything in the Bible.
Trump, the Third Testament, it's coming.
Mikey,
the book of Trump.
Wait. Isn't that
Link
going to
me
have
to
be a
that video
fourth
where you
testament?
commented on
The Gospel of Don Jr.
Mike, I figured it
The
out.
Apocalypse of Eric.
Mice, I figured it out. Frank Herbert's Dune, the Orange Catholic Bible.
Oh, there you go.
I have been trying to get that
Reverend
joke across
Mothers.
since we started talking about the Orange Bible.
It's got Cheeto. It's got orange Cheeto prints in the corner.
There's a reason I've been calling it the Orange Bible. Damn it!
Didn't they have a big calf Jesus Trump, golden Trump, and people were worshiping
one of
it?
those. I've seen pictures.
Oh,
of it,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, big golden statue.
And then they got a Biden that everybody's punching on. Like, what is up with their side, dude? We don't do that shit.
No.
That's a bit on the
You guys didn't get. You guys didn't get your Kamala Harris tramp stamps. I did. I love the Democrats. That's why I got their names tattooed on my body.
Yeah.
I
Like,
love
we don't care
that
much.
famous statement where it's like, when fascism comes to America, it'll be wrapped in a flag and carrying a cross. And that Bible literally has a wrapped flag on it.
HR, is that Eugene B. Debs? Did he actually say that, or was that somebody else? Do you know?
I don't remember. Sinclair Lewis, maybe.
Maybe.
I'm telling you,
Is MAGA
Donald Trump is
cult?
the Donald Trump is the beginning of the Bene Gesserit. I'm telling you, I'm calling it now.
That's
the next
still
4 years
bugs
might
me.
turn us into Frank Herbert's Doom.
I'm excited to see Dune Part
Put your
2.
hand in the box.
I like Dune Part 1. I want to see Dune Part 2. My wife actually liked Dune, and I thought she would hate it, but
Irish Swede is a
Really
big
like-
Dune fan.
He
was
is
only here.
Dune.
I read Dune in paperbacks in the 70s or whenever they were coming
Yep.
out in paperback. And then I read them, I think, again in maybe 80s or 90s, and I read them fairly recently before the first movie. You got to read Dune, Dune Messiah, Children of Dune,
The
All the
Heretics
Dune with a
Dune is my
Vengeance.
I know
favorite.
when to stop, though.
Heretics of Dune is
Too
my
Doom,
favorite.
Too Furious.
Really? I have it. I
So,
think.
Star Wars apparently is a ripoff of Doom.
I wouldn't say it's a ripoff. It just heavily borrows a lot of bullshit.
Lucas already admitted that he borrowed from it.
Oh yeah.
The whole idea behind it all.
Well, we
I
wouldn't
mean,
know Star Wars if it
the
wasn't for his
Star
wife's
Wars was-
editing.
It's
anyway.
the hero arc, you know.
Star Wars was
there's
basic
that.
fantasy. It was
Tatooine is a kind of a hijacking because
There you go,
if you
Jen.
think about an alien planet
Lots
and then
of
like a
reasons.
guy's from an alien planet and
Nice.
you immediately go to
There
fucking
it is.
stand.
Heretics of Dune.
That's kind of he did kind of gank that shit because why the hell would you go to desert? I'd put him in a city. If I make he's from a different planet, he'd live in a town. You know,
Heretics of
the
Dune
yard.
after the release
Is the
of Star
Sarlacc
Wars.
pit? Is the Sarlacc pit the same thing as the
The worm?
Was it
Yep.
the worm?
The
Yeah.
worms.
Yep. Same idea.
Okay, now I get it.
So
All sorts of stuff behind that.
I wish Tweed was here because he would argue the fuck with you.
I mean, I'll text him.
Wizardry old guy.
Yeah.
There's all kind. Everything is in it. Same. He just ripped off the characters and stuff like that and changed the names.
I would say that like
I remember
Paul
when
Atreides
Star
is
Wars
far
came out.
different than Luke, like in terms of not only tone but also like Luke is actually the chosen one, you know, but Paul is just taking the Fremen for a ride like the entire fucking time.
So he twisted the main character.
Yeah, you just put new twists on it.
It's like if you put like King Arthur's tale in Arrakis, you know.
Well, yeah, that's exactly it. It is the basic shit that we used for the Arthurian legends in a galaxy far, far away.
Raise your hand if you saw Star Wars in '77.
I did.
I totally did. I'm only 25 years old, but yeah, I was right there.
Some people might not have had
I just
that.
like to raise my hand.
I did in a mall that's gone now. It was in a shopping
One of my
mall
favorite
called-
new facts I just found out. He sat down
is gone too.
He sat down his favorite director friends at that time and had him watch the movie, and they all to a point said, "This sucks. You can't put that out." And that's when he had Marsha, his wife, re-edit it, and so we wouldn't know Star Wars if it wasn't for Lucas's wife.
Ah, sweet.
Hey, there's a Swede.
Swede's here.
Just in time for the end, Swede, because it's been a couple hours and I still got to eat dinner and then I got to get ready for taking Mom out for brunch tomorrow. So, which means I got to go to sleep because we get up early to do that. So. And I didn't sleep that great last night because I was excited to come back and do the show. So I kept.
I was a
waking up
little
all
nervous
fucking
too.
night.
Were you nervous? I was a little.
I wasn't
nervous.
nervous. I was
Were
excited.
you nervous that
Actually
Tons wasn't
excited.
going to show up?
I took a nap this afternoon.
No.
I did take a nap before the show because I wanted to be rested.
This is why I posted StreamYard shorts, whatever you want to call them, in Twitter this week to let you know I've got it all together, I think. I mean, it's not the
You
actual
certainly
link.
did.
Because I hate that when there's a fucking supposed to be a show and it's like, oh, they got technical difficulties or so-and-so was out buying food or whatever's going on. There's something. And then there's no show.
I resist.
I did not want to disappoint everyone. All you
I'm sorry,
chatters
guys.
out
I had a
there,
good night.
I can't see.
One without rhythm. Yeah. that was
Yeah,
good.
there's our explanation. The Final Four was on tonight.
Final
There you
Four.
go.
Yeah, he watches that.
I called it.
He watches
Called
it
it.
religiously.
Oh, I see what you did there.
So Mikey gets all the points tonight. We called it.
Yeah. What do I
Thanks,
win?
Mikey.
All right. Well, first and foremost,
A giant eyeball.
42 who's 9 points.
The points are worth
you
nothing
win
but
my
we fight those.
undying affection. How's that? There you go.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
I thought he already had that.
Ember
No,
sports
It
ball.
wasn't undying. It was slightly dying. So
I'm not
now it's
talking
undying.
about the shadow HR. We know the shadow has undying affection for Mikey. Who do you think the song "Don't That
Only
Ain't
the
Jelly" was written
shadow
about?
I've been.
I don't know how this
shit-posting
whole thing started. I don't know where this jelly song or the harmonica thing even started.
OA knows where "That Ain't Jelly" came from. Maybe she'll tell us.
Look at Swede there. Fuck.
I came from my
people that
sister
yuck my yum.
in my chat.
I came from my mom, but you know.
Because she was watching or playing that game, was it Phasmagoraphobia or whatever?
Phasmophobia.
Phasmagoraphobia.
Phasma orgasmophobia.
I don't play
Phasmagoria,
games.
by the way, is a fantastic song by Ashbury Heights. Not gonna lie. It's
If it
by
doesn't
Easy
involve
As
royal flushes, I don't play those games.
If you buy those on Google, are they Googles? Your goggles?
Well, so funny
What?
thing about these, I bought these because I bought a ton of goggles, and the reason why I bought a ton of goggles is because Tracy Harris once said,
Tons of goggles.
But how does it go from a thing that OA's sister said to you being obsessed with sending the shadow a harmonica?
Because then OA's sister, there was something in the game where somebody got the brains mashed out or whatever it was, and they were on the ground. And OA's sister posted, "That ain't," I said something about jelly, and she said, "That ain't jelly." And I decided that was a blues song, and therefore somebody needed to play that on the harmonica, and that would be the shadow. So get it.
Why? Why the shadow?
Y'all sorted out now?
I fell out of a tree when I was a
Yes, but
kid.
no.
When I was 9 years old, I fell out of a tree and I woke up on the ground. It was like the Wizard of Oz. Who the fuck are you? What the fuck are you? My neighbors and shit. So obviously some damage done or something.
I think there's a descriptor for that face that HR just made. I think that would be bafflement.
I like that word, yeah.
It certainly was not enlightenment.
All right, so time to wrap this up, kids. I want to thank you tons for coming on the show tonight. It was fucking awesome having you on.
Of course, it was an honor, sir.
Well, it was our pleasure to have you. We had a
You're
lot of
the
fun.
best. Tons.
Yeah, totally. And thank you guys for jumping here with us, hanging out with Tons and Mikey and me. And thanks everybody in the chat for hanging out with us, us crazy ass people. And I will put out a thank you tweet at some point. But hi BB. BB's got Taco Bell. But if you missed the original interview that we had with this fine gentleman here, there is a link to it in the description box below. It'll also come up at the end of the credits, so you can click on that if you want to. We had a lot of fun with them, so definitely check that out. Also, our members, we got tons of new members now. It's great.
Yes.
And our
Welcome.
patrons, you guys are awesome. Thanks. If you want to become one, there are ways to do so. Listen in the description box below. And also, there's links to all sorts of kinds of cool stuff there, including music and whatnot. So check them out.
Do it.
Tons of new members, by the way. It was started when Tracy Harrison. The Atheist.
Get him, Rufus. Or get her.
That ain't going away.
So, yeah, until then, guys, like I always say at the end of the after parties, like the late, great Carl Sagan once said, extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. And we'll see you guys next weekend. Cheers.
Peace.
Don't stare at
I can't believe that happened.